Don't be gay, camp you.
Okay,
Hello,
fine, fine.
everybody. It's Sunday. You know what that means. It's another exciting episode of Matinee with the Homies. You guys know last weekend we wasn't around because a lot of these retards were at MegaCon. Atomic was just in the toilet because he was sick to his stomach because he had Jades. Uh, and so this is our first matinee since we've been monetized and
Episode 25.
over 500 subscribers. So thank you guys for tuning in. And before we get let's go around the horn and then let's check out the chat, which is just us retards talking in there. But
Yep.
Atomic, how's it going?
Oh, it's going great, man. I'm happy to be here. We're gonna have some fun talking about one of the best genres of entertainment. So I just can't wait to get into it, man.
Ronan, I heard you got a new lover down in Florida. You want to talk about it right quick?
No.
You're
Oh,
muted.
100%. No, shh. No, 100% agree with you,
I
Ronnie.
just realized I was fucking muted. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, yes, we'll get into it soon enough. Hello, everybody. Y'all know who I am. I'm Ronan the Crusader, and apparently Leon from Words of Paradise has a man boy crush on me or something. But anyways, he's not the only dude
Trying to downplay it.
on this side of the aisle that thinks I'm handsome. Not the only person that thinks I'm handsome. But we, a gentleman never kisses and tells, so that's just how it is. Not saying I kissed him. Anyways, let's get down to talking action films. Fuck you, Phantom. Phantom, I swear on my life, I don't care if we're monetized. I will start dropping slurs, which is real relevant considering the movie we just watched on Friday. Yeah.
So watch
yeah,
that.
it's pretty
Watch what I
relevant.
did get clipped. Watch what I just did got clipped too.
So, yeah, Phantom, we're here to coming back this
I was going
week
to
after
introduce
taking
you.
a
I
week
haven't even
off.
introduced you yet,
I
you
don't-
dipshit.
Well, he's doing it himself.
I'm doing my damn
Campia.
stuff because you playing around.
Campia. How's
Damn,
it
now I
going,
did it.
fuckhead?
It's going
We're
good.
professional here.
Again, today we are doing action movies, a genre that I think all four of us, this is a one time I think all four of us know everything about. It's one that, as guys, it's just what we do. Thanks, comments to everyone's in chat for Phantom being gay. But like, it's a genre that, as little boys, say what you want, that we grow up wanting to be G.I. Joe, wanting to be the big, strong fellas, and it's one that just resonates with all of us. So as always, I start with this question: action movies. What was the first one you remember being relevant to your life? We'll start with Ronan on this one.
Oh man, that's a tough one to be honest. I'm trying to think like
No, he's
trying to
not.
think what I could
He's
have
not muted. You
remember
guys.
watching back then. Fuck you, Phantom. I think the first one that really pops into my head, honestly, it has to be Bad Boys 2. I know we were talking a little bit about it in the green screen, but I think it's got to be Bad Boys 2. Like
Green screen?
from what I can, the green room, whatever, green room. I'm the one
We're
that has
talking in the green
here in
screen,
background,
guys.
Whatever. Yes, Bad Boys 2. I think that's the first one I can actually remember as exciting and thrilling with gunfights going on in the streets, car chases, and the next thing you know, it all builds up to literally just a bunch of like what basically amounts to SWAT team as part of that Miami PD.
Yeah, the
staging their own invasion Bay of Pigs scenario into Cuba. Like because apparently, we got some connections from the CIA. We got Delta Force team here. Let's just go right in without any jurisdiction. And it's like, what the hell is going on here? Like thinking about it now, it's crazy because they probably broke a shit ton of international laws. Though considering what's happening in Cuba now, I think it's kind of irrelevant.
Well, I mean,
but anyways, yes, that's probably the first one I can think of. It was an awesome movie. There's a lot of action in it. And it's good stuff. That's the first thing that really made me think.
And Michael Bay, which
whoa.
we'll bring up later.
Absolutely.
Tommy, what about you?
Oh man, it's a hard decision because there's a lot of action movies that came out, especially in the early 2000s, and
Phantom, you feel old yet?
I'm gonna be honest. it's probably gonna be a freaking John Wayne movie. I think either
Oh,
freaking McClintock
nice. Did
or
not expect that.
Okay.
yeah, no, I mean I grew up with those. Like those were very prominent in my childhood.
Chisholm, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Or
I'm
Chisholm.
gonna say McClintock. Honestly, was like that one I really remember out of all of them. Specifically, the mudslide scene where they're all fighting on top of
And
the
John Wayne
the
did
hill.
that
Yep.
himself. He did it.
Oh
He's
yeah.
like he's
And
like he dared people to throw him down that thing, and they did it. He dared
oh,
them to do it.
it looked like a fun scene to film, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
and like that was like kind of one of the first ones I really remember. And then like, I also watched like Ride Along, freaking Cop Out, stuff like that, and those movies. But like the ones that really stuck out to me were the older ones that came before I even existed.
Hey, that I'm with you right there, dude. So don't feel bad about that. I'm just surprised. I'll be honest. I'm surprised you picked a Western. I'm just like, you surprise me every day, AP. You're not Gen Z as you Gen Z appear to be. What about you, Phantom?
Well, he kind of beat me to it, but it's going to be Big Jake, another another John Wayne movie. With his son Patrick Wayne was in the movie, played one of his sons in the movie, and I mean, I could have gone with The French Connection because I mentioned it earlier. One of my other all time favorite movies.
Great movie.
I mean, being born in the 70s, I lived through the eras like the 80s was nothing but action films. Yeah, a little comedy in here, a little sci-fi action, but the 80s were the king of action movies. Everything from Terminator all the way down to freaking Lethal Weapon came out in the 80s. So, yeah.
He means 70 BC, not 1970. But yeah, I agree with you, Phantom. Like a lot of like we were as a 80s baby. That's like we was freaking just hit with every action genre, every action movie, all that over the years. But mine will have to go. I think it's 67 or something like that. But for me, it was The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Oh,
that was one of the first ones. I'm like, oh, I just want everybody to die in this movie.
I love all three of us. Like all three of us chose like an older movie and then
it's
no shame. It's just like kind of funny how I'm the youngest. I chose McClintock, and then
I mean, Campy, you have to think about it, the spaghetti westerns were like the big thing in the 70s.
Oh,
the Man with No Name series is The Good and the Bad, the Ugly, Fistful of Dollars,
Dirty Harry,
a few dollars more,
and a few dollars
Dirty Harry's
more.
another one too.
Yeah, like a lot of those movies were in the 70s brought us the 80s action movie.
Well, I mean, also you have to think about like the Magnificent Seven. Hell, Logan, even though it's sci-fi, but it's sci-fi adventure action, Logan's Run around the same time,
Well, I mean, look, if you really wanted to stretch it, then that's like, of course, bring up the endless argument that kind of happens with the spaghetti westerns, but you also have the Kurosawa films even before then, like Hidden Fortress, Seven Samurai, Yojimbo, all of them, like, shared that like style of action as well.
We got action movies off of the off of those, like movies are in America are made from those damn stories.
Mm-hmm.
Well, also you have to think that if you really look at those films, they were action adventure, but they were period pieces too, because of the time frame that they were set in. And you got
but the stories are universal. The stories are universal. That's why they've made copies of copies of copies of those stories.
To the point that they bastardize the original product with the junk we get today.
Bastardize.
Whatever.
I ain't gonna let man. I can say that word
either. But I mean, if
look
you
at
think
Ronan
about,
being the uptight.
It's usually me. I know.
I can say something, but I'm not. But it's like if you look at the 80s, I mean, 80s is where you get the 80s action star, right? The stars: Schwarzenegger, Stallone, Willis,
Mel Gibson,
and Glover. And,
well, I mean, Clint Eastwood, freaking John Wayne.
Yep. Well, I mean, Wayne died what 81, 82?
Oh, I'm just talking about action stars.
Yeah, but it's like if you look at the who's who of action stars, I mean, movies of the 80s,
Okay.
your top 5 or your hell your top 100 are going to be classic 80s action movies because they were so fucking good. I
And they
mean,
were.
you don't get good action films today. You just don't. You don't.
We'll get in that later, but it's like
You
you're
do
saying it as it is. Well, here's the thing: we
Yeah.
don't get the stoic, uh, I won't say archetype, but the stoic guy that's there just to kick ass and save the people. Like you don't get that nowadays. It's
Piper,
not like it,
Piper's another one.
yeah, you don't get the people like that are like the larger than life characters, but yet they're stoic and you can tell they're internal. Whereas now it's like we got to tell everybody how we feel about it.
the
Mhm.
rare
Oh my
instances,
God.
and I'm sure we'll probably get into this one a little bit later, but the rare instance was all the way back in 2014. You had John Wick when Keanu Reeves finally came back from like couple years hiatus from like Hollywood for a bit. He comes back with John Wick. Again, stoic. You know, quiet kind of, I don't want to say hero, but quiet kind of man who just wanted to live peacefully. Next thing you know, he has to go back to the seedy underworld, out of love, and basically shows what happens when you really mess with that kind of character. You get a
Mhm.
whole lot of bloodshed, you get a whole lot of chaos, and you get
And
just
all you had to
carnage
do was
in its
leave him
way.
alone. All you had to do was leave him alone, and it wouldn't have happened.
Well,
Exactly.
there's a few outliers during
Yeah.
the 2000s and
Oh, I mean, they're still now like
yeah.
Sisu. Sisu is one of
Yes,
Yeah.
there
those
you
that's
go.
like the
I
second
still
movie
have
has
not
not
seen
gotten the
them.
love the first one has
I still
gotten.
have not
Oh,
seen
first
either of
one's
them.
phenomenal.
First
First
one's
one's
great. Second one's really
phenomenal.
good, but it's like
Ha-
Yeah.
people don't talk about it because it's not a genre that's making the money right now.
Good job,
But
Ebola.
Right.
Fuck you,
so
Ebola.
let's go into that. Like what that we're talking about that. What makes an action movie great? Like what makes it a great
The
action movie? Like just
storytelling. It's the
okay, so
story.
story stunts, a mixture of the
Technique.
two. What
Yeah.
like what? Go into that, Phantom. Like
Okay, let's do a prime example of a classic 80s action film. Commando.
okay,
Schwarzenegger's Commando. Probably one of my favorite Schwarzenegger films of all time. He's a ex-military veteran who is a father, and his old team starts mysteriously dying, right? Left and right, left and right. The twist is, spoilers, that one of his best friends is part of the crew that's been going out killing people. So not only is it action adventure, it's a mystery on he's trying to figure out who's killing his team, betrayal because his best friend is the one that's killing everybody, and he's got to save his daughter. And at the end of it, it's like at the time one of the biggest body counts
oh yeah,
in the 80s because
it only beaten by Predator now
yeah, and
or
then it's
RoboCop.
like it's the story, I mean the story, the dialogue. Though there's a little comedic elements in there. There's a love interest, which I still don't understand why they put Tommy Chung's daughter in the fucking movie. Who fucking knows at this point? But it's just it's a good film. It's like it's that type of film you can watch, and you know, like nowadays they say that movies nowadays you just turn your brain off and watch a
Yo,
film.
Kohlhauser.
What up, Kohlhauser?
What's up,
Hell,
Kohlhauser?
Kohlhauser.
The movies of the 80s, you never had to turn your brain off to get an enjoyment out of the fucking movie like you do nowadays. You can
Well,
follow the fucking plot.
I agree and disagree with that because it's like in the 80s, you had the movies that were like, let's be honest, you could watch Commando without even giving shit about any of the other characters besides him kicking ass.
Right.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
adds an element to it. Whereas nowadays, it's people are watching on their phones, watching on this. So you got to verbally say what it is you're doing, as opposed to just like
Yeah,
there's outliers, like he
well,
said.
for example, there is a new action movie that came out. It's War Machine. It's that new Alan Ritchson War Machine movie where he fights an alien. It's pretty much a recreation of Predator, because it's alien comes down to Earth, wipes out a bunch of special forces operators, but they have to endure and survive. And it's a it's a good movie, but it's got a generic plot line. Like it's got a generic plot line, and it's
but you're there for the
it
action.
does it's a Netflix movie. My point is, it's a Netflix movie. It repeats what's going on multiple times in the movie. So it's like what they fucking said. It's like you turn your brain off and all that. So
it's Predator, but if the Predator was actually a transformer or a mech, basically that's what
so
War
it's
Machine is.
Temu Predator? Is it Temu Predator?
I mean, I would. God,
that's not the joke I was thinking of.
Yeah,
my joke was originally when he said transformer, but
I mean, Dennis Quaid. Also, Dennis Quaid's in the movie too.
Yeah, Dennis
I've
Quaid
seen
is in
clips
it.
of it.
Oh, okay,
it looks
nice.
It looks pretty good. I'd like to see it.
There's a few.
Well,
people
that's
in that movie
maybe we're getting back to that at this point. Maybe if more of them do well, we can get more action movies the way they used to be. But I'm not holding my breath. But
well, the thing about like modern fucking movies, you don't have the historic. You don't have no actors. You don't have movie stars to command a role. And Schwarzenegger and Stallone and Willis, all the like the 80s stars, they're too old. And it's like you got Jason Statham. He's doing pretty good. He's right now. Alan the guy used the one you just talking. Richardson, he's doing really well. Keanu Reeves. You would never think that this kid that literally was Ted or Bill. It was Ted, right? Or was he Bill? Which one was he in that movie?
I don't remember, to be honest.
Cole Hauser loves.
He was in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, basically. Yeah.
He plays that character, and he goes to the Matrix, another good sci-fi action adventure kung fu movie, but goes to John Wick.
Well, I mean,
one of his prominent roles of probably his biggest role of all time.
I would still think Neo's is the biggest.
Neo's number one.
John Wick is definitely a close one. Oh, okay, he was Bill. Thank you, Cole.
Yeah, he's Bill.
But no, we're skipping another action movie that he did in between Bill and Ted and The Matrix. Speed.
That was the first one. That was what put him in action movies.
Yes, exactly. That's the point I'm making. Speed is the one that put him in the action film genre, and it's the first one where you see, okay, he knows how to do like action movies. He you can see it. Like a lot of people make fun of his acting experience and like his skills and whatnot when it comes to it, because they always say, oh, he's so deadpan and monotone. He has a range of emotions when he does act, and it was as early as Speed. Like you see him, you see his range.
Point
you can actually see him.
Point Break. Point Break's another one.
Well,
there you go. That's another one.
Ronin.
Well, 47 Ronin.
I like 47 Ronin. I like 47.
Yeah,
that was. I love that movie.
I thought it was okay, but if I'm gonna be honest, I think
Ronin didn't see enough of himself in it.
13 Assassins, I think, did a better job at telling that kind of
I'll
story.
agree with you there. I'll agree with you there.
Fucking awesome, dude. Yeah.
But it's like you said, like, and then we got Tom Cruise now, too. And it's like, so let me ask you this, and we'll skip a few questions here. Are we getting more CGI filled action? Like, is the action CGI filled more now than it is the practical effects and stuff like it, practical stunts?
Well,
do you feel like that could be some of the problem, or is that like helping the problem?
Well, it's not like it was. It was not like it was in the 80s, because the 80s they didn't have the technology to do CGI, because it was all practical. Pretty much it was stunt work, and a lot of actors didn't do their own stunts. I mean, at the time, only Jackie Chan was really the only actor that was doing any of his own stunts.
I don't disagree.
And
with that.
I mean, Tom Cruise really didn't start doing his own stunts until the first Mission Impossible.
97.
Yeah, and it's like nowadays they take too much care of their actors to where they're going to do like I don't,
Hmm.
with insurance
That
and
is
stuff like that.
Okay. Nah, that's
That
an
is that's a
interesting
take right
take
there.
there. This my boy Hail the Lore, but he has his own
Yeah,
channel as well.
yeah.
Does Mortal Comics, does comic
Mm.
books and whatnot. But this is an interesting take that he's making. All
I
right.
mean,
All
the
right.
first Extraction movie was pretty good, but like the second one kind
Yeah.
of felt a little more lackluster. But they're good. Like they're both good
Mhm.
action movies. So, but better than John Wick?
I can't do that. I can't agree with that. I've only seen the first John Wick, but I still can't agree with that.
Dude, we gotta remember in John Wick 1, he literally goes berserk because they killed his dog that his last gift from his wife to him. That's not only he knew that this was a suicide mission, but he did it because it was the love of his wife and the dog. That's all he cared about, and
it was
he
the
literally
last
walked.
gift from his now dead wife.
Yeah.
It meant more to him as because it was a symbol of his wife, of her love,
And
her love of him and
yeah.
all that.
And
Right.
he kicked a hornet's nest that followed him for the rest of the series.
Honestly, I don't think there should be a fifth movie. Like they already said they're making a fifth movie. I'm like, it should have ended 4.
Well, technically they did with the spinoff, but it wasn't that good.
The ballerina,
was
yeah.
I
was not
forgot
good.
about
I
that,
had-
honestly. I
I
forgot
haven't
about it.
seen it, to be honest. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen,
don't have
I've
much
not seen
interest in
2,
it.
3. I've not seen any of the John Wicks except the first one. So, call me a
I've
bad
seen the
action
first
guy.
one. I've seen the first one, but I want to see the rest of them. I do want to see the rest
I'd
of them.
I'd say it's worth watching up to 4 at least once, but I say 1 is objectively the best John Wick movie.
Mhm.
And not saying the other ones are bad. It's just like
I
it
usually
really
I usually hover around 1 and 2. That's my that's
no,
the
I
peak for
think
me,
that's
at
fair.
least for some reason. I kind of like those two the best.
Yeah.
So you think?
But dude,
So you think 2's underrated? I guess is what you're saying.
You know something? Yeah, I think I would say that because I know that's one of the questions we got.
That's what I'm about to
I would-
segue. That's what I'm
I
segueing
would
into.
yes. So yes, let's segue into it. I know that's another topic some people would have. What would we consider underrated action films? I think for
Mhm.
me, John Wick Chapter 2 would be underrated because it does get overshadowed by the first one. Everybody loves the first one. It's, short, sweet, to the point kind of thing. It's very concise. You know what's going on in the story. You know why John Wick's doing what he's doing. You could basically just have that one film and that's it. You don't need to make a whole franchise out of it. I think the second one is just as good because it starts opening up the whole world to, this whole underground world of assassins that exists underneath like the surface and everything. It's not just, it's not just the people in the Continental that are, all hitmen and whatnot. Now you got people living in the sewers being run by Lawrence Fishburne in a dirty trench coat, and you got, the same organizations in Italy, so they're probably operating
Japan.
globally, internationally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the fascinating thing I'll say. That's the one thing I do like about it.
The world building is pretty good in the John Wick universe.
3 is like I enjoy 3, but the only reason why I don't like it as much as the first 2 is because it does start demystifying it. You're getting to a point where you're going around the whole world exploring that everybody's connected in this, giant web of hitmen, assassins, and killers. And then it gets to the point, and I like that they do this, but at the same time, again, it demystifies it. You literally connect it all the way back to the original Hashashin, like the original Muslim fraternity of assassins, the old men on the mountain, all that kind of stuff. That's cool. But again, you're really demystifying it. You're starting to explain a little too much in this kind
I'd
of
say
world.
4 kind of narrowed it back down to a more linear story instead of a more broader and all that. So
1 and 2,
that's
1 and 2 perfect complements to each other. 1 is perfect. 2 is a good underrated film when it comes to it because you expanded a little bit more, but you're not going overboard with it. That's just how I see it.
I think there were some things with 3 which you guys know how the John Wick movies are kind of famous because Keanu Reeves he uses real gun training and special forces training and all that. So he reloads and actually he treats it like it's a real gun, real situation and all that. And what makes it laugh is because there are other characters in some of the movies. They don't do that. They just do the typical action shit where they have unlimited ammo. They never reload and all that. And you just see the difference between him and he just going bang, 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 reload. I'm like, this is what happens when you don't take care of, like, into the details of just how a person would handle a conflict like this. They wouldn't just be like, realistically, I don't like the whole freaking like unlimited ammo shit in Hollywood. I think it's annoying.
Well, that's one of the
Like,
things that would tie
yeah.
to one of the previous questions we had before. It was like, what makes a great action film, right? It's like, so the writing in it is bare bones writing, sure, but it's just enough for the audience to be able to get behind the characters. It's just enough for the audience to actually be able to be entertained by the story, right?
You can summarize John Wick 1 down to a revenge story. It's a simple revenge story.
This can't be okay. Are you okay, Campy?
Can't be. Are you okay?
but the other thing too, it's like what you were mentioning, the fact that Keanu Reeves does all of this weapons and firearms training, right? He puts so much effort into actually learning how to use firearms, and that's probably one of the biggest pluses I can give to him. Yes, that authenticity is really sold because of how much training he puts into the firearms. You see the behind the scenes videos. This dude's doing weapons drills that are just insane, probably on the same level as like special forces guys, Green Beret, stuff like that. Maybe not Delta Force, because Delta Force is an in and out crazy kind of team. But
I'd say if like there are a few people in Hollywood who are currently doing stuff like that, I'd say if these few people who are kind of going to the military and like getting training from like special forces operators, I feel like they could be the next era of action heroes, like Keanu Reeves, Chris Pratt, and all that.
Well, we had a few that tried, like David Bell was one.
Well, Dwayne Johnson tried. Like he tried to be an action hero for a while, and
he succeeded at it, but
he succeeded.
We got tired,
but then it kind of fizzled. It fizzled out.
It was more comedy. He was more comedy action, so I agree with you there. But there's been a few that have tried, and it's just like that genre is not in the modern day not considered one of the best. Phantom. Any underrated movie you feel like should be talked about?
I would say Terminator Salvation. Though
okay. No, yeah, I can get behind that.
That movie was deadpan, and the only thing people remember about it was Christian Bale's meltdown on set.
Yeah,
that was a
good
great.
For you.
It's a great, technically prequel to the original Terminator. It's actually really good.
Great. I would say great, but it's a decent one.
I enjoyed the hell out of it.
It's passable.
That's kind of the weirdest thing, though, is that
it's better than passable.
It's like a prequel and a sequel because, unfortunately, like Terminator's stuck in this endless freaking time loop that exists. And Genesis made it even worse. Like I still kind of like Genesis, but
I hate Genesis.
Go ahead.
We're not talking about the one after Genesis, though.
Right. Before
I've got Dark Fate.
Salvation
Dark Fate
is
retarded.
Salvation.
I said not mention it.
Pretty entertaining because finally you get to see what Judgment Day is like. You get to see how the resistance has to survive in this world.
And
now.
you see the rise of John Carter. I mean,
my problem with that movie has nothing to do with John Connor. It's the other guy. I forget his name.
Sam Worthington's character.
Sam Worthington was just the most boring freaking
the cyborg.
Yeah,
right.
That was the only thing. That's what brought that movie down for me. Was
okay. Here's a fun fact. The only reason why he was in that movie because he was under contract and they just stuck him in the movie. He was on contract for like a 3-film deal.
Which Avatar was the other ones, wasn't it?
Yeah. And the thing is, like, for me, for like Salvation, is like I love the beginning of it where they're in the helicopter and the helicopter crashes and you see different other types of like Terminators. The motorcycle Terminator that's on the fucking highway. You've never seen that in any other fucking movies. Or the big robot one that is the carrier, the human carrier, right? That had the robot on the back of it. And seeing a young Kyle Reese as a kid, and and John's like, yeah, that's my dad. I can't fucking say nothing, and I'm about to send him to his death because that's what's going to happen. He knows that's what's going to happen, and then him in this bunker, like doing like his mom, like on the radio, like talking to the whole fucking world, how he becomes the man that he is, and then come to find out he's got a fucking Terminator heart because his heart gets destroyed at the end of the movie, and
It's
it's
not a
literally a
Terminator.
robotic.
It's not a
Well, okay.
Terminator heart so much
Well,
because again, you got to remember that he's a cyborg. Sam Worthington's a cyborg.
Yeah, he's
like
half.
Well,
part man,
he's
part
the
machine.
first. He's
part
the
man.
first. He's well, the T. He's literally a T8 a T 800, right?
Oh wait, Sam Worthington's character? No,
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah,
different
he
form.
is.
He's a human with rope with the parts. He was a
machine
human who was
parts.
given the parts.
Yeah.
He was not a full on machine.
No, yeah, exactly. That's that's why I say he's a cyborg. The only actual machine that was in there that was a threat was the Arnie green
God-awful
screen superimposed.
Hey, say what you want. That scene, we all
T-3000.
popped for that scene. It's just because of
Yeah.
that we've gotten the one since then, and it's just like
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
But let me ask you, nothing to do with that, but like Cohouse in the chat say, have either of y'all seen 24? Because
the series with
the series.
Kiefer Sutherland,
Yeah.
heard of it, just haven't seen it.
Okay, so
I've watched it.
I don't
It's
think
good.
so either.
do you think
Like-
Cohouse
like
is right that it needs a prequel to him being in Delta Force?
No.
I've not watched it, so I don't know. Okay,
No,
so you
I-
would agree with that?
Okay,
Well,
let me give
okay,
you the premise of 24. So 24, a season is like a day.
I was
Like
yes, I was
all the
just gonna
episodes
say.
go coincide with a day in the
Mhm.
in the events of God, what's the main character's name?
Jack Bauer.
Jack Bauer.
Jack
Yeah.
Bauer. So like episode like season 1, there's a terrorist attack, and it's like it takes the whole 24
24
hours.
episodes in an hour. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good premise. It was a good show, but it ran its course because
Right.
what happens? It was like it got too political. People started like it
Okay.
it fell off. It did fell off. It's a great
Mm.
show, but it did fell off because
Okay.
of the times. And
Okay.
and I don't want to see what he did before he became what he became. I mean, I'm tired of prequels. I'm tired of sequels. I'm tired of
Original
I'm
IPs
not
is
I kinda agree
I'm
with
not
you.
against the idea of it though, only because you have to remember, one of the newer shows that we got from Amazon, The Terminal List, that has a prequel, Dark Wolf, and people absolutely
but
love Dark Wolf.
yeah, but the thing is though, it hints to certain characters, but it's a totally different character, correct? It's a totally different character.
It's from the perspective of his
Ben Edwards.
Yeah, Ben Edwards.
I get what you're
which is
saying because
war
I liked
buddy.
a show called Burn Notice, and they tried to do a
Mhm.
prequel of Sam Axe, Bruce Campbell's character in that. Love Bruce
Mhm.
Campbell, but trying to turn him into a prequel of what he was in the show was just like, why are you doing this? He's obviously too old for this shit. And
Right.
it's like,
Yeah.
a shout out Lethal Weapon. So I could get that. But it's just like it's something they did with shows. I think shows is where it's different than action movies. Is a movie's a one and off. You can remake it with a different different actor, but at the same time, a show
Ooh.
you kind of need the same one. What do you say?
Ooh, all right. Nice.
That's I'm gonna
Pretty
be
yeah, I'll check
I mean-
that out. Actually, that'll be fun.
Well,
Nice.
I mean, also it's like the only time that you could do a sequel, I mean, like a prequel to anything, is like if you have if it's in the same universe, have it where it ties into the continuity of the main show, and a lot of times they don't do that. Be like, oh yeah, so this guy, war veteran, whatever, and you go back and you start watching it, and it's like, okay, so what's so big about this dude? It's like having Walker Texas Ranger, R.I.P. Chuck Norris. Have Walker Texas Ranger. If you want to see the prequel to Walker Texas Ranger, Lone Wolf McQuade is the prequel to Walker Texas Ranger. That's all
Yeah,
you
they
need.
did. What was it? The Pilecki or whatever is now the Walker Texas Ranger character.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I get what you're saying there. I agree. Like it just kind of throws off everything. AP, do you have any underrated movies?
Underrated movies, I'd say personally is I'm not a big fan of most Dwayne Johnson movies, but I think Skyscraper is a pretty decent
Really?
action movie.
I'm not.
I'd say it's decent, not good. Like it
has problems.
It
A
has
lot
problems,
of
absolutely.
Well, I'm not seeing it. Is it Die Hard with The Rock? Is that pretty much what it is?
Let me put it this
It
much.
is
So he's an
more absurd.
amputee. He's an amputee that has
What?
better mobility
no.
than an amputee.
Yeah,
He's
no,
missing a
it-
leg.
Sting?
Dude, Campia, you know
It is, it is.
like the things that they pull
Yeah.
like stuff up on buildings. He's
Yeah.
literally on it.
Scaffolding.
He's only got one fucking leg, and he runs across this thing and jumps to the fucking building
yeah.
with one good leg and a fucking metal fucking leg.
It's the shining example of like what's the cheesy action movies where it just dumb action and all that.
I'm like, is it a
But you
bionic
enjoyed it.
leg?
But
No,
you feel like
Yeah,
it's,
I
you feel like it's
I
worth a
enjoyed it.
watch.
I feel
Apparently,
like
Phantom doesn't.
well, I don't blame Phantom for not
no,
liking it. Like
because it
it's-
makes me mad that they literally put where like an amputee could
Hmm.
do all this fucking shit like fight
Tomorrow War is
and
actually pretty good,
run
too.
and stuff when they
Yeah.
fucking can't. I mean, granted, it's not realistic for me. It's just not.
Just a comment on what Cosmortal said. Yeah, I would actually also give a shout
I
out.
mean,
to
he's
Tomorrow
not
War,
wrong.
too. I watched that one as well. Quadruple amputee cornhole champ on. Oh right, that's yeah, that did happen. He
that did it. Yeah.
Oh my god!
quad
Really?
amputee managed
What a
to
weird
actually
fucking
get a
premise.
weapon and managed to do that.
For me, it would be like I know this movie's kind of more well known now, but The Fifth Element. Just say what you want to. It's
Oh.
action comedy kind of.
But it's not underrated though. It's
the
not
action-
I think
underrated.
it's not underrated.
I feel like it is for its action, like not really underrated as a movie itself, but I feel like the people don't forget about the action because Bruce Willis, say what you want, right then in Fifth Element is the epitome of him like blowing up all the damn I forget the characters' names, the Morgans or the guys with the damn dog ears.
The
Yeah.
the Mangalores.
Mangalores. Him
Mangalore,
and the
yeah.
action scenes with the Mangalores, just like it's just epitome of just fun, and it's throwing out the one-liners and shit. Like, you know how to run, Mo? You better count to 10, and throws the damn bomb and shit. Just I feel like it's underrated for being an action movie. People think of it more as an action comedy, and it's got some great action in it. Like, it's not Die Hard level, but it's still fun, and that's one movie I feel like for its action is underrated.
That's fair.
Well, another movie that's underrated is Ninja Assassin. That came out in the 2000s.
Oh,
Ninja Assassin was fun. Yeah, I remember Ninja Assassin.
that movie got panned because the lead actor was a pop star.
Oh yes, I was just gonna say Korean pop star, but I didn't know that for the longest time. I was like wondering, where is this guy? Like, I haven't seen him make more films, and the reason is because he's mostly
been in 2 films. He's only in 2 films.
He's primarily doing music in South Korea, and most of the time he's just in television shows in South Korea. That's his shtick.
Would you guys classify The Raid as an underrated action film?
I wouldn't, just because when it first I think when it first came out,
underrated nowadays. No, underrated nowadays
no,
because
it's iconic because of a lot of the martial arts that was used in it. Like, you see it and God, I'm
it's considered the most tiring action movie because you don't get a let up of it. So I think nowadays, like, he's right Ronan's right. When it first come out, I would say for the first maybe 6 months a year, but like it got word of mouth and fucking everybody at least knows about it now.
Oh yeah.
Going back to what Phantom said, hang on.
There's one more. There was one more. Greystoke. Underrated adventure movie.
I wouldn't call it adventure. I'd call it more adventure than action. Okay. I understand what you're going with there, but with the fights between the monkeys and stuff, I would call it more adventure. But going back to what you said, Ninja Assassin, like, I got a little story. Like, I was looking for Ninja Assassin with the guy Rain, and I was like, I thought I found the movie. Turned out I found Ninja with Scott Adkins. And if you've never seen Ninja with Scott Adkins, you need to give it a shot. Scott Adkins, I feel like he was so underrated as an action star. Like, I couldn't name you any more. I can't name certain movies. I can't remember. Yeah, that's more with Rain, but there's one called Ninja with Scott Adkins. Scott Adkins, I feel like should have been the next Jean-Claude Van Damme. He just didn't get the love he should have. He's been in Universal Soldier and other movies and stuff. If you saw him, you know who I'm talking about. Yeah,
the problem is like they did like a whole series with him as that character. And it got, as it went along, the goofier the fucking movie. It was Ninja.
I've only seen the first one, so
they did Ninja Apocalypse like in the future. Then like one of the movies, he gets this like high tech ninja outfit that he wears, and it's like the first one was really fucking good, but like
But
a lot of the other movies get really goofy.
at that point, you might as well just kind of make it a Ninja Gaiden kind of thing because,
Yeah.
like, if you see the newest Ninja Gaiden game, like, there's crazy, like, over the top cyberpunk cityscapes and whatnot, and like you got Ryu fighting against a bunch of enemies like demons, robots, all that, which is cool. But again, if you wanted to do that for like the Ninja film series, just translate it over to Ninja Gaiden. I would say.
Okay, y'all said Fifth Element's not. I'll give you another underrated one. I feel like Equilibrium.
Yes!
That's
Equilibrium.
definitely
That's a
definitely
good one.
Absolutely.
I hear people talk about it a little more nowadays just because of the more or less
the gun kata.
The gun kata and the political messaging that exists in it. There's not like anything overtly political, but it's more like Cole Hauser's right. That is the case. I didn't even know that was true until a couple of years ago. But Equilibrium is talked about well now because of the gun kata action and because of the Orwellian kind of
yeah, we all live without emotion.
You, Lex.
That's.
I'm just looking at my movie scene about another underrated one. Because I have a bunch of them. Like another one. This is a lot of people haven't like heard of this movie, but there's one called Yellow Hair in the Lost Seas of Gold. This is like it's a female main hero who's like hunting this Aztec stuff. It's actually pretty good. It's in the veins of like an old timey serial back in the day, and it's actually free on YouTube. It's actually a good movie. But then like another like underrated movie for me would always be The Road Warrior. The second Mad Max movie is underrated. It's very underrated.
I can't agree there. I feel like a lot of people, if they like the Mad Max series at all, I feel like Road Warrior is the best of the bunch. So I don't feel like people are thinking of that.
Can you say the first one then? The first one,
I would say the first one. I would say the first one more than the other ones. I feel like Road Warrior was the one that everybody goes to, that or Thunderdome, but not for action.
I feel like Ronan likes Fury Road because it's all about rage.
But okay. We got underrated.
Yeah, good point, Ronan.
Let's go with is any movie you could think of that's overrated? Like you feel like fucking everybody loves you. You're just like, I just don't get it. Is there one that's like I understand it's an action movie, I understand people love it, but I just don't understand
I got one. Fucking the new Total Recall.
Oh,
over fucking rated.
I feel like that's hated. I feel like that's hated. To be honest with you.
I was gonna say I don't know if that's overrated more as it is. It's like the fuck. More as it is that people just don't like it in comparison to the Arnold Schwarzenegger one.
Hardcore Henry is actually pretty freaking good.
That's also a good one as well too.
Yeah, it is good.
Good underrated. Good underrated.
I can see underrated, but I'm like, give me overrated.
No,
overrated though. Would we? Is Avatar considered an action movie?
No,
I would give you that one. I would give you that.
It's sci-fi adventure. It's sci-fi action.
True,
adventure.
but the battle scene at the end. If you're willing to just talk about the last damn hours of battle scene,
right?
I would kind of give you that one for me. And don't hate me on this. I just
hate you already. I'm kidding.
The Expendables. I feel like just people talked about it so much just because of who was in it, not because of the movie itself.
I say the third one because it's the first movie Wesley Snipes has done since he got out of prison, and it was more talked about because of him being in it.
But everybody was talking about those movies like,
look,
it stars this guy, stars this guy.
Wait a minute.
I don't care, man. If the movie shit.
What the fuck?
What was the female led Expendables movie?
It was the Expendables 4.
That was over fucking rated, and it did terrible. It was overrated.
But that's my point.
It's like cast.
But look back at 1, 2, and 3. Like the story is shit. Yeah, we love action, but the stories are shit, dude. Like. I want to see Jean-Claude Van Damme kick ass. I want to see this person kick ass. I want to see Arnold Schwarzenegger. I want to see Stallone together. Yes, all that is good, but the movie itself was just like they're just beating up a generic set of like bad guys. It just wasn't a good movie.
You know what I think? I think they spent most of the budget on trying to get the actors, and then when it came to writing the story, this just slap something on there as quick as they can. Because to be fair, with the second movie,
fair.
you had Jean-Claude Van Damme, which was really cool. He was playing the villain, but the character's name, and I shit you not, and I remember this just because of how lazy it was. The character's name for Jean-Claude Van Damme in The Expendables 2 was Villain. Literally, it was just Villain. Like, say it in a fancy way if you want. Yes, we just know he's the main villain in the film. Like, come on, bro. You could have at least put some effort into it or something. But look, I still like them. I find them to be entertaining. Those movies are also good as well.
Okay. I'm gonna say Stallone's is fun, but if I got to pick one of the two, Urban's is better.
I agree.
Yeah, Urban's is much better.
I like them both, but Urban's is much better movie than Stallone's. But it's like the Expendables. Just like, I get the concept. I love the concept. I love Jason Statham is my favorite freaking actor because I just love his smarminess with action, like him and the Transporter movies. Transporter movies, great action movies.
Those are great.
Like the first two,
Those are good ones.
3 was kind of, but at least 3 they put him back in the car as opposed to 2 just being, his normal Jason Statham self. But
have you guys seen the Heads of State movie?
Head of State
with John Cena and Idris Elba.
I've not watched it yet. I wanted to though. What did you think of it?
I haven't seen it yet. I was just, people are saying it was overrated and all that. People are saying it's overrated. So
I like John Cena as an actor. I think he's good at comedy more than he is action. But Idris Elba, man, I'm all about watching him in action movies. He should have been, if they wanted a black Superman, he should have been Black Superman. But it is what it is. So
I mean, technically he already was Black Superman in
the Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Bro.
I'm Black Superman, motherfucker.
That was a wild spin-off. That was a wild spin-off for a movie series that started as a kind of a car crime.
It was.
A freaking sci-fi super soldier in a freaking world about racing cars.
Yeah, I don't know.
Any other underrated y'all can think of, or you want me to move on to the next?
What do you guys
underrated, overrated?
What do you guys think about the new Running Man movie? The new Running Man movie. What do you guys think of that?
Honestly, I don't feel like it's overrated. I feel like it wasn't either underrated or overrated. I feel like it's a decent movie.
It's just rated.
Yeah, it's not a bad movie. It's not a good movie. But I feel like they did a decent job of what they had to work with. It's like a 6 out of 10. You know what I mean? It's one it's worth seeing, but it's not one you're going to watch again or remember. Like, it's decent for what it is. Like, as for a remake, it's not a good remake. I'll give it that. But at the same time, I don't think it's a bad movie. Like, if we had never gotten the original original oh my god, what's his name? The Running Man. I feel like that would be
original Running Man.
Yeah.
I feel like this would be more loved.
Freaking
another one. Okay, you said that. Let me ask this then. Can action movies of the past still hold up in this modern day world? Like,
what's up, Naganol?
The movies now for action movies as opposed to the ones then.
Let me correct myself. What's up, Justin?
Uncle Nagy.
Uncle Nagy, Blink 182, baby.
I think the action films of, like, the past, let's say 30, 40 years, even if we're pushing a little far, I think they could still hold up. And to be honest, I think some of them have far more entertainment value than the ones that come out nowadays. Because that smells good. Because there's something more compelling and something more authentic about those than there are about the stuff that you see coming out in this day and age. Like, they're actually down there, working with practical effects. They're down there understanding that yes, we can do some of these big, action sets, but we also still have to work with some good character. I think
I say
probably
the
best ones,
the 80s and 90s
hold up. Let him finish.
I think the best ones that would fit somewhere around in that category, because we said it before, Lethal Weapon series. The Lethal Weapon series, especially. Actually, you know what? All 4, I would say. All 4 are pretty good. I know it starts to teeter off a little bit around 3 and 4, but the first 2 definitely are great when it comes to, like, character development.
I got a soft spot for 3, so I'll give you
the action sets, all of it. And no, 3 is great. I still enjoy 3 as well. And 4 I actually still like too because they introduced Jet Li into it. So I think it's the first movie I ever saw Jet Li play a bad guy.
Really?
And then yeah, because most of the time, the one film I grew up watching a lot when it came to Jet Li was, speaking of action films, High Rise, or as we know over here in the States, Meltdown. That's another
okay,
one that I
okay,
watched
okay.
over and over, and it's another good action film. A little cheesy because at times they were trying to make fun of Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan, with the one character Frankie Lone, but even so, at the end he proved himself to be a badass. Overall, that whole film's great. A lot of gunfights, a lot of martial
Unacceptable.
arts, good stuff. But Lethal Weapon 4, first film I ever see Jet Li as a bad guy. It's still a good one, but the first two, I watch those over and over now because they keep airing them on like AMC, and I always put them on just to have like the noise every now and then. But it's good. It still holds up to this day. Both of them definitely hold up, and I think that's depending on what the film is. I think that some of the older action films not only hold up to the newer stuff, I think some of them even surpass the new stuff that we see nowadays. That's what I think.
Well, let's be
I
honest.
say that's
Oh,
fair.
go- yeah.
That's fair. Well,
Bring up your
going
point,
on,
P.
going on to that, I was saying like I think a lot of the best 80s and 90s action movies can absolutely hold up today. Maybe not to the exact visual level, but like, well, then again, like modern CGI has been kind of ass compared to like early to mid 2000s CGI was top notch, but like the problem is like all it requires for an action movie of the calibers of like the 80s and 90s is to just embrace masculinity. Really, like that's the key thing, is just to embrace the masculine natures of masculine nature of men and not vilify it and say, oh, it's toxic and all that. Because like nowadays, like I think we're might be getting back into the element of action movies like the 80s and 90s, but the reason why we're not and haven't been is because Hollywood hates the idea of masculine heroes. They want
100%.
they don't
I
want
can
the women
take
to
care
be
of
safe.
myself. You don't open my door for me.
Yes,
and shit
exactly.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we're I think we're getting slowly back into that. I don't think it's gonna be like we're gonna get any right wing shit or any like that. It's just gonna be more centrist.
It doesn't have to be right wing.
No, exactly.
Okay,
It doesn't have to be.
You just said it. You just said it. Like, go ahead, fan.
Well, you're not going to get a movie like Rambo. You're not going to get a movie like,
Damn it.
Like Platoon or like stuff like that. Like Platoon, another good action movie.
Phantom, you're telling me we won't get another Rambo? One of Hollywood's favorite people is a dog killer, and we're not going to get another Rambo.
I mean, that's just the thing, is like you're not going to get movies like, you're not going to get like the masculine star. If you look at, you name one buff fucking bodybuilder like action star that can act, who is in movies.
Alan
I'd
Richardson.
say
Richardson.
Richardson is the closest.
Alan
Richardson is the
Richardson.
closest.
He's the only one.
The closest
He's the
example
only
we got
one.
so far.
Chris
He's the only
Hemsworth.
one.
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris
the
Hemsworth
number one.
is-
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, on the level. I mean, Alan.
Oh,
Arnold
yeah, on
Schwarzenegger.
the
Okay,
level
fine.
of
Yes,
Stallone.
on the
Okay,
level
okay.
of guys like Stallone and Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Sure, we
Richardson
don't have anybody
could
like
get
that right
there.
now.
He could
If
get
they
there.
would if they were reboot Terminator, I'd like to see him be the fucking Terminator.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Richardson
be
being
back.
the T-800 would actually be pretty cool.
I wouldn't
I
complain,
can see
honestly.
that. Yeah,
But here's the thing. I don't want him to like. Terminator's already been a massacred
put it in
IP.
the-
yeah,
it's-
it's desecrated. There's no point in bringing it back anymore.
That's one of the IPs that got destroyed worse than almost every other IP because they just kept going and going and going and going.
Greatest. Terminator 2 is the highest grossing action film ever.
I think this is
made.
interesting.
And
Henry Cavill is a
it's
better
sad
Terminator.
How sad they dropped. No,
Mm,
Henry
No,
Cavill would
too
be.
short.
Henry
Too
Cavill.
short.
I don't even think the shortness. It's like Henry Cavill. He fits certain roles. Like I'm gonna hate saying this.
You know,
but
actually,
I'm hoping,
no,
but
He's
should
more
be-
charismatic.
you know what it is? No, because Hale brings up an interesting point when it comes to what he said earlier.
But yes,
He didn't like John Wick so much because he doesn't see John Wick as the hero in it, which I get it. He's not a
Fair.
hero, but at the same time, nobody in that world is really a hero. He's the
No,
he's the
everybody's a
nominal.
form of gray.
he is the nominal kind of like protagonist you follow because he's the one you closely relate to. But
if somebody
it's like
killed
what
your
he
dog, what would you do? Fuck
right,
'em
but
up.
it's like what he
He's
says.
the
Like he wants to see
technically John is the lesser of two evils in that
Yeah.
right.
world.
The
Yeah.
point I'm making, yes, that's exactly it. But the point I'm making is though, is like he liked Extraction a lot more than John Wick because he can see Chris Hemsworth as like a more of a heroic type of character. I see Henry Cavill more as an actor that plays heroic roles or like roles that tend to veer on the side of good. So him as the Terminator could be an interesting exercise. Ultimately, I think Richardson would do a better job at it just because Richardson has the build, and I think he has the
He has
ability
that
to
stoic,
present himself
yeah.
as
He
menacing.
comes off like an 80s
Yeah.
action star, let's be honest.
Right.
But then,
Cavill, on the
you
other
see him in
hand,
Especially in
is
Nashville.
Cavill, on the other hand, has more depth and more
more range.
positive emotion to him that I think he would
Yeah.
would be. You know what?
Cavill,
Crazy Cavill, 10 years younger.
Yo, Chris.
Kyle Reese
what's up, Chris?
in that same film.
I
Yeah.
agree there. I
I
agree
can
with
see
that
him.
one.
As,
Cavill,
I agree.
10 years
I agree
younger,
with that
you
one.
make him Kyle Reese.
for me, if you want to do Henry Cavill, let him be Sherlock Holmes. Let him be fucking Sherlock Holmes, man. He would be
I
a
think that would
good
be good.
Sherlock.
I could agree with you.
Because he
I
has
think
played Sherlock.
Like
He's played Sherlock.
watch Henry Cavill in
In a more
I forget
comedy
the Guy
movie,
Ritchie
but-
movie. He's in a Guy Ritchie movie. Damn, I can't remember the name of it. Man from Uncle. Man from Uncle.
Yeah, Man from Uncle. Yeah.
Watch him in that. He is so charismatic and like I said, I like him a lot as an actor, but like certain ones like Highlander coming out, I do not see him as Connor McLeod. It's just so off for me. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but we'll see what happens because I'm a huge Highlander fan. But it's just there's certain roles I could see him in, and just that's not one of them.
I'd say that's fair. I mean, Henry Cavill, like Ronan said, he has more range, he has more depth to him. And not saying that Alan Richardson can't act, because you see him act as like a stoic guy, and then in Blue Mountain State, or is it Blue Mountain State or Blue Mountain University? I don't remember. I think it's Blue Mountain State. Yeah, Blue Mountain State. Yeah. I just couldn't remember. I was like, but yeah, you see that, and he's just off the fucking walls wild.
Okay, we missed like one of the biggest transitions of an actor going
Ronan?
from serious roles to action. Liam Neeson, the
Neeson.
Taken series, right?
Neeson.
Oh yes,
the Taken
Liam Neeson.
series.
Yeah.
That's true.
He
That is
literally at what 60 years old became a fucking action star because
I
of the
don't
Taken
think he was that
series.
old. I think he was like 50, 57 or something. But yeah, I agree.
Well, he
with
was
you.
old. He's
old.
No, he was old.
And
Yeah.
well, because of
Not
those
as old as
movies, we've
Phantom.
gotten a lot of them. Like we've gotten Kevin Costner doing 3 to Kill. We had the Mr. Nobody or
Gerard Butler as well.
yeah, Gerard, but is Nobody?
Oh,
Is it Nobody or
with
Mr.
the-
Nobody?
No, nobody with Bob.
With
Odenkirk.
Bob Odenkirk.
Yes.
Bob
That's-
Odenkirk, yeah.
We're
Well, I
getting that's a good point. Let me bring this up then.
Go ahead.
Our modern action movies, we went from the stoic 80s buff, masculine thing to the everyday man being the one bringing the fire. Is that what we're going to get now? Is that what modern society sees?
Probably.
Like, let's have the
I'd
little short
say-
average guy be the kicking ass guy.
I'd say kind of like that, because I mean, going back to like Jason Statham's latest movies, Beekeeper, fucking stuff like that. He's just like kind of like he seems like a regular
He looks
guy
like
and all
an
that.
average guy,
Yeah,
but able to
but
kick
then-
ass.
Like Homefront is a good example. He just wanted to be a father and all that to take care of his daughter, and he just kicks ass. And it's a good movie, right? Don't get me
Great
wrong.
movie.
I like
love
it. It's,
Homefront. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
but it's like you don't. He's a guy you don't suspect as a like this badass warrior and all that, but like he comes off as it. And I think Campia, you're right. I think that is kind of going to be the future of action heroes
Look
and all
at
that. Like,
Sisu. Sisu's
Yeah,
in the
Sisu,
same
exactly.
vein.
Well, yeah, but that's also a Swedish movie.
But it's also-
but
but
he
my
actually
point-
is buffing that. That old man is
I
buff. Say what you want.
I think there's
Well, okay.
a few exceptions. I think Reacher is an exception because Reacher is more stoic and all
Yeah,
that
okay.
and all that. But
I was going to
but-
try and bring up the point before. It's like I know we went from like the 80s action hero, which is like peak physical capabilities and whatnot, and then
Mhm.
we're saying the everyman in some of the newer ones. There are some action films where it is the everyman, and I can give you that. So, like, for example, you got The Running Man. He's like a regular dude, but somehow manages to like kick it into high gear and start going crazy.
Yep.
But I see the transition a little bit more of like the the old veteran having to be forced back into the fray. Which is different from like the everyman. So like again, you got John Wick in that caliber, Liam Neeson and Taken in that caliber, Bob Odenkirk and Nobody in that same caliber.
Kevin Costner in 3 to Kill, yeah.
Kevin Costner as well too. Yes, thank you for that. Even, and I don't know if I wouldn't really call this action as much as drama, but like even in some Western films like True Grit, and this is more of the remake than it is for the original one. But Jeff Bridges in True Grit is like an old, dirty cowboy who basically has to do one last ride.
Robert De Niro and Ronan, Co-Hauser just brought that up.
There you go. There's another one. There you go. So like you have these films where the everyman has to basically whip himself into shape and start, kicking ass and taking names. Then of course you have the other one where it's in old
Bruce's.
There's like the old grizzled veteran that now has to go and do it again. But yes, actually that would agree on too. Denzel is a prime example as well with Man on Fire and Equalizer.
Yep.
Old man who was part of some crazy kill squad beforehand, retires, wants to just drink his sorrows away, and then gets called for one last job. You see that happening in a lot of these films. Maybe I don't know what the greater subtext and like the zeitgeist is when it comes to making those kinds of films. Maybe it's just like
Mark Wahlberg movie where he's a sniper. He's a
Yeah,
retired sniper. Is a sniper?
Oh,
No,
shooter.
I think it's shooter.
Yeah.
Shooter's the one, yes.
Because like, isn't that on the same vein of what you're talking about? Like he was retired and all that. And
I can put it on that same level as well too. That's another
sort of.
one.
It's same thing with Sniper. With I read when I said Sniper, I remembered it. Oh my God, the guy from the catcher from Major League, Behringer, Tom Behringer.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
That one is another one where he's like a gritty, like I'm tired of doing this. I don't want to do this no more.
Right.
He's like, but he's forced back in. Underrated. That's an underrated movie.
There you go.
Well, the Substitute series is the same thing too.
I'll go with one. I can't go 2 or 3. They pushed that too far. Like there's a lot of movies a lot of action movies. Let's be honest. Once they do the first one, a lot of these became straight to DVD, straight to VHS. When
Cash cows. They were cash cows.
Yeah, like Universal Soldier came out. There was 2, 3, 4, 5, and it was all straight to video. So they do kind of play it out. I feel like it might have. I could understand 80s to 90s kind of becoming the every movie's a damn action movie. So I could see where they've done that and stopped that. But then they just when you kill an entire genre, that's when it's just like why.
Right. Yeah, that does tend to happen sometimes.
Yeah,
because it's
can I
the
say something real quick?
oversaturation of it.
Can I say something right?
No, I don't know.
Ronan,
Can you?
Something's bleeding through your green screen.
It's my
It's
mic.
the
That's
microphone.
all that it
It's
is.
the
It's my
microphone.
stomach. Yeah.
Fan just wants to be a dick.
If I have a proper green screen, then we wouldn't have to worry about this. But right now, I'm just using the AI filter.
I just keep
Yeah,
my mic off. I keep my mic off screen.
I just don't use a green screen, so
You are the green screen. But okay, so we got modern movies so the modern movie, like we said, the Everyman, we don't get certain things. You don't get certain stories, you don't get certain things. So there's a certain reason to that, and I want to bring it up now because we're going to do our review of 48 Hours, which was Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy. And
No slurs, Ronan. No slurs. We're monetized. No slurs.
No promises.
just to make sure.
So me and Phantom, of course, has seen this. AP, I don't think you had, and Ronan, you had. I wanted to watch this basically because of Ronan. So, Ronan, what's your thoughts on this movie?
Overall, it's a little. I can't call it a slow burn because there are actually plenty of moments where stuff picks up, but it's in comparison to like a lot of the action films that I have seen before. It is a little bit on the lower end in terms of like intensity. Let's put it that way. Actually, no. You know what?
Let me preface that with this movie was made in 1982.
Right, 1982, and which now that you mention it, there I kind of remember. When it comes to like the action in this film, there's more grit and realism to it. Essentially, there's more grit and realism to it that when I was watching it, it's like they weren't trying. They didn't care so much about trying to do some big action sets or huge explosions or anything like that. It was just two guys who were basically put on a case. One of them's a prisoner that the cop had to borrow, and basically were trying. They had like 48 hours to basically crack this case. Otherwise, they were either going to get pulled from it or he was going to lose his badge. Convict was going to go back to jail and all that stuff. And for what it is, it's a solid film. And I know we're going to get into it soon enough, but I might as well jump into it now. The racial tension that exists in this film
100%.
is actually
Quite
very
apparent.
fitting. And yes, it's apparent, but unlike a lot of the retarded racial tension that exists in like modern films nowadays,
It makes sense.
I'm gonna bring it up, and I know a lot of people really like this one. I liked it too, but
Don't say it.
Sinners
Okay.
is the one. The reason why I'm saying it is because the reason why I'm saying it is because yesterday I actually watched a video from like these guys who went on the complete opposite spectrum, describing Sinners as full.
We're gonna watch
anti-white,
that Friday,
anti-
Cole
Yeah,
Hauser, if you want to
we're
come
gonna be
and
watching
Yes.
it.
Discord.
We're watching it this Friday. So if you're interested, join the For the Homies Discord, and we're doing that movie night. So come check us
Great
out.
plug.
But anyways, the racial tension in this film makes perfect sense, and it's not beating you over the head with it
No.
because the racial tensions between people at the time when this movie was made, which is the 80s, was getting higher and higher, and it was getting a lot worse up to, of course, when the LA riots in 1991 happened. That's when it basically just blew up, and the racism and the tensions were at an all-time high. People were just absolutely despising each other. It was only because of the sitcoms in the 90s that things started to kind of like veer down, because we started realizing, okay, everybody is kind of the same. We all live in a similar manner. We just happen to be different skin color. But in this film, it fits perfectly. And the dynamic between the two is great, especially considering a lot of the things that Nick Nolte says. For legal reasons and for chat reasons and for monetization reasons, I will not repeat what was said, but it was very hilarious. Overall, just to really wrap a bow on it,
Had to make
I
sure you
like
didn't say
the
anything.
movie. It's a solid 8.5 out of 10 for me. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I'd
I
say
can
that's
appreciate
fair.
that. What about you? What do you think of
I mean,
Atomic?
So I'm pretty sure I've seen parts of it before, but like this is the first time I fully remember majority of it. So it was a good movie. It was surprisingly like it caught my attention, and I was kind of hooked from fairly quickly within the film, and I'm fucking glad I watched it. It was funny when it needed to be. It was serious when it needed to be. And I mean, honestly, yeah, there was a lot of racial tension, but like it was played into the film so much better than what we get nowadays, especially. Like it is absolutely like night and day with like this film's message, because frankly, the racial tension wasn't the primary message. It was like, it was just a fact of life in this story. It was like, it just fucking happened. So so that was kind of refreshing to see, and not just like like this black person's oppressed, so you have to acknowledge their oppression and all that, and it wasn't insufferable. It was like, okay,
It
like,
was matter of fact. Yeah.
Yes, it was matter of fact. That's exactly it. And in the dynamic between between Nick Holt and Eddie Murphy's characters was pretty well done. Like they both did a great job. And now there was some cameos I didn't expect to see, like Jonathan fucking he played in Breaking Bad as goddamn, what's his last name?
Jonathan. I don't know who you're talking about. Which one? You have to
He
look
played
it
a detective that got killed in the first part of the movie.
Yeah, in the
Hold
first part of
on.
the movie.
up.
His old
His
partner.
friend.
Yeah.
Crap, I forgot his name.
Wait, I'm looking right now.
I just put
Jonathan
49.
Banks.
I mean-
Jonathan
Banks.
Banks.
Jonathan
I mean-
Banks.
Yeah,
Banks.
Jonathan
Yeah.
Banks.
I mean, Atomic, you'd be surprised to see he was in the first Beverly Hills Cop movie too, as a bad
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, no,
Him and Eddie Murphy are actually friends. Yeah.
yeah, no, and like he's a good actor. It was kind of cool to see him in there. But like I said, going back, Eddie Murphy and Nick Holt did a really good job at playing off each other.
Nick
and
Holt?
like and
Nolte.
Oh, Nick Nolte. Got it. My brain just
Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte.
Nolte.
yeah, my
Yeah,
brain
correct
just kind
him,
of
Phantom. Correct him, Phantom.
Oh my God.
Nick Nolte. Thank you for the correction. See, I can acknowledge my fuck up, Beardo.
Anyway.
But honestly, like those two, like they played off each other so fucking well. Like it made the movie so much better, and like the story was great. And now there was one thing I was like, I was expecting his wife to cheat on him, like in this movie. I was like, okay, she's gonna fucking she's gonna cheat on him. This typical with these cop movies.
Well,
is
his
the
girlfriend,
wife,
I get you.
yeah, partner fucking cheats on him all the time. But like, I was kind of surprised to see that like she was pissed off towards the end of the movie, but like she didn't. I was like, wow, okay, that's somewhat refreshing to see. But overall, the story was great. The action was great. The comedy was great. Of course, there was the tension between the two characters and how they slowly became to trust each other was phenomenal. And I'd say I give this movie probably 8.5 out of 10. I don't know. Is that what you gave it?
Yeah, saying no. Yeah, I gave it around like 8.5. If anything,
Okay.
that's kind of what I was giving. But yeah, that's pretty much like the good score. I would say that this film.
Yeah, I'd say that's it's a good movie. Like I was surprised, and I actually am more excited to see another 48 hours.
Yeah,
it's more related to the 90s, the 80s, 90s action. I'll give my response, but Phantom, go ahead, give yours.
For me, I had the Mandela effect like Campy did. I thought there was like more explosions and more gunfights in the movie than what it was. Don't take me wrong, I love 48 Hours. Is my first Eddie Murphy movie I ever seen as a kid. But, then I got to watch Raw, and that scarred me for life. I prefer the second one over the first one because the second one is more action packed, and it has a little bit more of Eddie Murphy's comedy in it. Because in the first one there was some of his comedy, but not a prevalent a lot. And you got to remember, 48 Hours was about a year, 2 years before Beverly Hills Cop came out.
Mm-hmm. It was
this
2
movie.
years.
This was just like what I'd say his first major.
It was his second. No, it was his second. It was right after Trading Places.
Trading Places. But for me, Nick Nolte, probably he's a good character actor. I mean, he's more well known for getting drunk and
let me say this, Phantom. Yeah. We do. If you go on Critic List, we have one on there. We have the For the Homies, and we all have our own as well. Comics. Yeah. So you just go find us on there.
It's a good point though. Like
I'd say call him Cosmortal because we already call someone else comics. So.
Oh, true. Cosmortal.
But for me, this movie is really good. Like. They're the guy that played Billy. He's also the Indian that was it. He played the Indian in Predator, and he's also in Firewalker.
Both named Billy. Both characters named Billy. That's what I thought was funny.
Well, he used his real name. That's the character he played throughout all the movies.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Hey, John Remar. He was the bad guy, which if most of you might know him as the second rating in Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Which, I mean, he's a good actor. I like him in a movie called Dream Team. It's a comedy, but he's really good in that.
Well, he was good in the Phantom because he played the henchman. Yeah. He played the henchman too.
Oh man, I love the Phantom. Yeah,
I'm sure you do.
Oh, you love me? That's okay.
Get your point.
Did I say Phantom X, you little faggot?
Ronan kind of walked into that one.
I don't think so.
This movie right here. To me, it is slow in spots. It's slow in like certain areas, but it was a brand new movie, start of a good series.
Yeah.
And at the end, great movie. I think the second one's more. The second one is a 9 out of 10 for me, and this one's an 8 out of 10 because it is slow in some spots. It is slow in some spots, but it's of its time. Great movie though.
So yours is you said an 8 point, or what did you say your rating was?
It's an 8. It's an 8 out of 10.
Oh my god! Another 48 hour. Give a 10 to.
Wow, pretty consistent.
I mean,
rating so
I
far.
like the second one. I like the second one better because it's true. The second movie is better than the first movie.
Yeah,
it's way
it's
better than the first
more.
movie.
It's kind of like Lethal Weapon 1 and 2. Like the second one
Mhm.
is a little better than the first one. I agree with y'all on this, but the thing is, I got to take it in the fact it's 82. More movies then, more buddy
Mhm.
cop movies and stuff were grittier. Like you got the grit, and this
Grounded,
movie, yeah,
well grounded.
Right.
yeah, it's the grit in this movie really shows through. And like you said, the racial terms, of course, it was a matter of fact thing. But I really like this movie. I agree with Phantom. I said the same thing. I felt like it had more action when I seen it, but that's also
Mhm.
look at the movies we've got now where there's literally an action scene every 3 seconds. So that's probably
Mm-hmm.
why I looked back and thought this had more action to it. But when they work, when you do get the action,
Okay,
hang on,
Camp,
when
you
you
have
do
a
get the
question.
action, it does hit though. Like you
Okay.
get your slow points in between, but once the action's there, it hits.
Right.
It does. Okay, so if this is like spoilers, you don't have to answer this. But does the second have more action? Is that maybe like
Oh,
you guys are?
100%. The
So,
second
okay,
one
so-
feels more like a Lethal Weapon type movie.
Okay, so could you guys be like kind of mixing up some of the scenes from the second one and in
Yeah.
the first one?
Could be.
Because
Could be.
I was thinking of certain scenes and I had to go look. I'm like, oh man, this is in the second one, not the first one.
I would kind of
Yeah.
agree with that because the second one, I remember the bikers more in that one, which you'll see later on when y'all see it.
Well, frankly,
do
I'm
remember
excited to
certain
watch the
things.
second.
The one scene I do remember though is him singing Roxanne. That's the one that always when I think of 48 Hours, I think Roxanne when he's singing in the when he first comes in there. But I still feel like this is a good movie. It's decent. I'm sorry, I can't go 8.5 or 8. I feel like it's a good 7.5. Like it's worth seeing the second.
Almost
I
had
feel like the second
consistency.
one. Yeah, the second one. You need to see this one to watch the second one. I feel like, but
Mhm.
this one is still a really decent movie. It's not if you're going into it for the if you like gritty action movies. I think this is better for you than if you're just going in for a movie that's just action. So if you give it a genre pick, I'll say gritty. If you're looking for gritty action, this is one of the movies to get. This one
It's
or something
gritty.
like Above the Law, even.
Yeah, I mean, it's greedy. It's down to earth.
Well, I mean,
You know,
it's produced by Joe Silver too, who did later
Yeah.
on he would go on to do the Lethal Weapon movies. He did Roadhouse. He did Die Hard. He
new
was
one.
producer on Die Hard. Like all these, this is a catalyst for his production, for his producing of the other movies. So I'm thankful for this movie because of them we got all these other great ones.
can we look at the tagline? One cop, one con, no mercy.
But here's also let's bring this up too. He calls him an N-word in it. Yes, he calls him a spear something. I ain't gonna say that. But it's like you see as they grow closer together, he's like, man,
They
I
become
didn't mean that
friends.
shit. I apologize, and he apologizes for calling him that. He's
Right,
like, I
right.
realize
They
you're not just-
own up to
Well,
they own up to each
okay.
other and all.
Let me just tell you this much without spoiling too much. Like in the second movie, their chemistry is even better
so
than
much
in
better.
the first
So
one.
much better,
It's
yeah.
good because they literally in real life they became friends in real life, and that's how the second movie is genuinely it's more of a buddy cop film than this one is.
Colehouse
know?
is right, but I don't know if I should highlight it.
Yeah, he did. He did. You can highlight it. You can highlight it because it's not a slur word. But yeah, he calls
him
him
a watermelon.
He
He
does.
called him a
He calls him
watermelon.
that.
Yeah.
Eating watermelon. He said you eat you one of those type of guys that eat watermelon at night. That's what he said.
Okay, yeah.
That is.
So it's like this movie cannot be made
Oh
today.
my
Let's be honest.
Oh,
God.
absolutely
No.
not. It could not be made today.
No.
But like
No,
Well,
no,
they
okay, no,
can't
Campia.
They could, but they could switch the roles where the con is white and the cop is black, and he could do racial
okay,
jokes
no,
towards
I
here's
can
the
see
thing.
white
them doing
guy.
that. Okay,
No,
not
no,
like that. I can see them trying to do that.
Here's the thing: if they were gonna remake it, they'd absolutely make like Eddie Murphy's character would most likely be like a victim of all this systemic injustice and all that, and he'd be
Victim
like,
of
you know,
systemic
the white guy would be like,
oppression.
"Oh my
It
god,
wouldn't
I'm
be
so
because of
sorry."
the thief. Yeah.
No, they make it a
Yeah,
trans
yeah,
act. They make it a trans actor. It'd be a
Oh,
male being a
God,
female
Tractor?
trans
please,
actor.
no.
Anyway, let's move on.
A
Past
tractor?
Right.
That.
right.
48 Hours, buddy cop movie. So I want to ask this: the impact of buddy cop movies then and now. We had Lethal Weapon. We had stuff up to I'll say Rush Hour, where it's like you
Loaded
get the
Weapon.
good story as well as Loaded Weapon was good, but you had the story as well as good action. When did that switch to becoming all these movies like the we've talked about them earlier, the other guys,
Okay,
Right,
so
right
Well,
along,
where it's
cop
like
out.
it's becomes more about comedy than the action.
okay, I know we don't like
Think-
getting political, but you have to get a little political. It's because the rise of hate towards cops.
Mm.
Be-
I-
and it
I-
went
I
from,
don't
from
know.
being
I
because if
think
you
that's
ever see
part of
like
it.
I don't.
Lethal Weapon and stuff,
Let him
they
get
had
his
his
point.
they had comedic elements, but there was a grit to it. You see Riggs and Murtaugh shoot and kill people to save lives and stuff. You see them go running, they blow
Yeah.
up a fucking building and shit. But like it got to the point like in the like I say the 2010s, the sentiments towards the cops had changed. Rodney King, you had the riots, and blah blah, all that stuff that happened. Defund police was going around at the same time, and what they do, they try to they try to add
Humanize them.
humanize the cops and making them a little bit more funny.
Yeah, it
And it
changed
literally
cinema
made it
because that
worse.
was
It made them
that's what
look
was going on.
they made him look incompetent, retarded,
It made it look. It made them.
stupid.
Yeah.
Look
They
bad.
went too far in the other
So
direction.
what you're saying is because making them comedic, they're showing that they're bumbling or something like that,
Yeah.
like how everybody
Yeah.
perceived the cops at that point.
I'd
And
yeah,
the
I'd say
dynamic
that's
changed
an
that,
interesting
that
take. That's an
people
interesting take.
and people like instead of being like rooting for the cops, they rooted for the cons and the criminals more than the cops in these movies.
True.
I don't know. I can't agree with that perspective only because the sentiment against police was happening somewhere around early 2010s, mid 2010s. I would say around 2013 to 2015 is when that sentiment was slowly growing. It exploded, I would say, somewhere around 2020 with,
Well, when
of
the
course,
Black
one
Lives Matter to
individual.
Blue Lives Matter thing, yeah.
Yes, that's when I really saw it happening. But movies like The Other Guys, I think, are more or less a product of like trying to capture what we saw before with stuff like Rush Hour, because again, we had Lethal Weapon and we had Rush Hour. There was some grit to them. Rush Hour, on the other hand, still had some grit,
More
but it was
comedic, more
leaning more
comedic, yeah.
on the comedy aspect. And fine, Jackie Chan can say what he wants about those films because apparently he doesn't like them, but
He doesn't.
everybody loved both the action and the comedic aspects of
first
Rush
two.
Hour, the first two films. And then, of course, you had The Other Guys coming out, and The Other Guys was the same thing where they
That's
wanted
true,
to
Bruce.
try and capture something similar. See, that's the other thing too, is that anti-cop sentiment's kind of always existed. So I don't know if that's a huge factor in trying to push, making the police officers more bumbling and more incompetent and whatnot. I think when it comes to something like The Other Guys, they kind of wanted to do that regardless because Will Ferrell's an actor that can do bumbling and foolish, and Mark
Very well,
Hamill's an
yeah.
actor that can do hot-headed and temperamental. So you have that perfect combination of
Well, then in your eyes,
Mark Wahlberg,
why did it
Mark
change?
Hamill.
Then? Why did it change?
why did it change? I think it changed because this is my perspective. Two reasons. I think it changed because in general, Hollywood doesn't care so much about having male action stars in general. Like it's not even a matter of just like having them be incompetent but badass. Hollywood, I feel, needs to try and paint male characters in completely incompetent ways if they're good, like leaning on the
Yes.
like morally or ethically good aspect. But if they're bad and you make them competent, then that means they're a threat that needs to be stopped. And of course, they would also even paint them to be probably sexist or racist or some kind of bigot or phobe or whatever, because, whitey bad kind of thing. That's one reason. Second reason that I think is because I have a feeling that fandoms are really pushing the whole, like, if two guys are working together and are on good terms with each other and are buddies, then that means they're so gay for each other kind of thing. And they really want to push that. And
Oh
like,
yeah, the whole fuck you.
so like the whole Frodo and Sam kind of thing, basically, what that they try and push. It's like, guys can't just be friends with each other. They're definitely docking one another, whatever the term is that gay people use. So because of that, Hollywood
I don't
probably
want to know.
didn't care about pushing it all that much. It's just like, let's make women be the action stars. That I believe that's the case.
Okay,
That's
let's
just my
be honest.
perspective.
We all don't like remakes, but we'd all agree that the only one remake we'd be tolerating, a female, all female remake. Brokeback Mountain if they swapped their genders to women.
Oh my god.
I'm joking, but like mostly. Only if
Well, I
City
mean,
Sweetie's there.
both interesting takes, and I agree with you. Like it's definitely not doesn't feel like it used to. If they can get back to it felt like they're trying. They're trying to get back to where the action is fun and action is good to see, but not like let's beat you down with a damn story, a damn not story, a damn agenda.
Message or agenda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and-
Well, yeah. Go ahead,
Go ahead.
Campia.
No, it's fine. That's what I was
Oh,
gonna say.
I was just saying, like, Ron was talking about how, like, they don't like strong, like, coherent, competent males and all that nowadays. Well, there's a scene in, a movie none of us have watched, and probably none of us are gonna watch, is The Bride. And I only know this from Nerdrotic and all them, is they all the women in, like, all the female detectives and all that excused all the men and told them piss off, like, and all that crap. And then apparently they resurrect someone using occult, like, magic and shit like that. And I'm like, what? You're telling me these female detectives in the was 80s, took charge, told the
40s.
men to go away. For 40s?
Yeah, that's when the whole
Okay, that's even worse.
place in like the 40s and whatnot. Yeah.
That's that makes it that fucking Christ. But the point is like that it's that you see more of that shit nowadays. You then like women, you'll see more women taking charge and all that. Not saying there aren't good moments.
Is the movie the message?
Yes, exactly. That was the exact point of the movie. Is they
Right.
wanted, it was a more feminist interpretation of an already
I mean, how can you
aggressive feminist story of
you got not the Joker, Harley Quinn go from the Joker movie, the Joker 2 to this movie, and it's like basically the same damn thing is what it looks like.
It's
I mean,
pretty much.
Take away the music, that's what it felt like to me on the preview. I'm not seeing it, so I don't know.
I refuse to watch it.
But going on to the next thing, I'm gonna kind of skip a little bit here. I was going to talk about Tom. Well, I mean, we could talk about it for a second, but Tom Cruise being I'm going to ask this for the Western audiences only. Tom Cruise, I feel like, has become the new Jackie Chan for doing stunts, always wanting to be the one on screen. What do y'all think of? Do you think Tom Cruise is kind of trying to be the action star that does a stunt that shows he's really into this? Like, what's your thoughts on that? Like him being the Western Jackie Chan.
In my
who
opinion,
else?
I can see it, but it's like I'm surprised that the studios are allowing him to do these dangerous stunts. As big of a name he is, the money he brings in.
I fan him. I think a part of that is the reason is he might argue it's his religious views, like, because that is a part of the whole Scientology thing, is they think they are like the best and all that. And so I think he argues through religious means that like he's allowed to do these stunts and all that. And it's not like they have him like jumping off shit without any shit. Like he broke.
He's the one wanting to do it. Let's be honest.
Yeah, no, he's absolutely the one like wanting to do
the
it.
last
like
movie,
the hanging off the plane.
He wants to be in that damn plane.
Yeah,
psycho, but.
And then like the dirt bike off the freaking cliff and all that, and then like the whole
same
hanging
thing with
on
Oblivion. In Oblivion, Live, Die, Repeat, whatever they call it now.
Oh,
no, there's Oblivion and there's Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh, Edge of Tomorrow. Edge of Tomorrow.
Yes,
Edge of Tomorrow.
One.
It's like that movie is a great action movie, but he was like, put me in the middle of that shit. I want to be getting blown up next to this. And I'm like, dude, what are you fucking thinking?
I would say that sure, I can understand the argument as to why people could see Tom Cruise being like the next Jackie Chan.
Well, the Western Jackie Chan.
Right, the Western Jackie Chan, because he wants to do the stunts. He wants to really get into the grit of like the set and everything like that. Like I don't know. I just think that when it comes to like trying to give somebody a label, you know what I mean? Especially a label like the Western Jackie Chan, I feel like that kind of label entails certain prerequisites, shall we say? Like it's not just a matter of him doing his own stunts, but he has to learn how to like, do all these martial arts and choreography and know how to do like fights and whatnot, all that kind of stuff. I would have put Greg Daniels as like the Western Jackie Chan just because of the fact that dude actually knew how to fight Or maybe Chuck
True.
Norris. Chuck
Chuck-
Norris could have been like the
Eh,
Western Jackie Chan because they knew
Yeah.
how to fight. That's
What?
again, that's just how I see it. Like when you're putting these kinds of
Well,
labels.
I mean, what I meant was
directors,
Tom
you know what I
Cruise
mean?
is the today's version, I guess. Is
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like if Chuck Norris and all them were still in their prime in the 2010 to 20s, I would agree with you. But that's what I'm talking about. Like the modern day Jackie Chan is what I'm referring to.
Honestly, I say modern day. Who else is there? There's
I mean, at
there's
this
really
point,
no
it would
one.
probably be. I mean, Glenn Powell could be it if you want to put him there because he's starting to do more action movies, and he's actually being. He's got his stunt double, but only for the dangerous stunt. He is doing some of those scenes, so he could kind of fall in that to a point. But at the same time, yeah, I don't think there will never be another Jackie Chan. Let's be honest.
No, absolutely not.
Right.
But
Just like there's never going to be another Bruce Lee. There's never going to be another Jackie Chan.
well, that's a good point, and let's go into the list. Of action movie stars. Like it's crazy because nowadays we're not getting the action stars we were getting before. Like you would get one or two every couple of years. Like
Right.
say what you want Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes' Blade became an action star.
I can,
Like, he went from
that
a
I agree on.
A
Mhm.
skinny little guy to
True.
being a martial artist and learning, and it's like it's crazy. Good God, now I'm Phantom. I can't read that. Enhance. There you go. So you got too far. So you're like, of course, oh my God, this article is going to be more a modern article. So you're going to see a lot of girls in here who probably shouldn't be there. Scarlett
Right.
Johansson, she's not bad in the Avengers movie and other stuff. She is doing action, so I think it kind of
She's
fits
an all
her.
right. Yeah, she's an all right. List.
Let's kind of scroll through and like you ain't got to stop on certain all the time. Richard Roundtree,
Richard
great.
Roundtree. Oh yeah, for Shaft. Yeah.
Angelina Jolie, nice.
Fair.
Yes.
Tomb Raider and stuff
Fair's
like
a
that.
good
She did a good job. I don't know who that is, but that's
Toshido Mifune. You
Vin
got
Diesel. Yeah, you had Vin Diesel like Triple
good
X
one.
and stuff. Liam Neeson, of course.
Liam
Liam
Neeson.
Neeson.
Michelle
Michelle
Rodriguez.
explain this one to me. Like Fast and Furious, yes, she's doing action, but other than that, what is she doing?
She's
But
done
that's the
other
thing,
movies.
iconic
She
roles.
was in Resident Evil. She was in Resident Evil.
As
She was
an
in
action star, as an action star, would you see if you think
she-
of female
well,
action
the
stars?
Fast
Do you
and
think of
Furious
Michelle
films.
Rodriguez?
Well, okay.
No.
This picture of
Not
her
really,
right
no.
here. This picture of her is from Avatar, but it's
Yeah.
there's
But I
not
mean,
much,
she's a decent actress. I'm not saying anything
she's
about her
not-
acting ability.
she's
not
not
an
known
action
as an
star.
action. Yeah, she's not known as an action star.
Like that girl fight movie was basically maybe why they're talking about because that was her first movie. But other than that, I don't
Yeah.
understand it. Dwayne Johnson, of course, he was king of the fucking early 2000s.
WWE real life.
Yep.
Oh good God, I can
Yeah.
understand certain ones. I can understand these lists. Certain ones I don't. Like John
Jean-Claude
Claude
Van Damme.
I
see it
think
100%.
he should be
way
high.
higher.
Much
Way
higher
higher.
on the list. Yeah, he does. Definitely.
Mila Jovovich,
Mila Jovovich.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Oh,
can see
yeah.
it.
100%.
Oh,
She
yeah.
has been in so many great action movies. Wesley Snipes.
And
Her
Wesley
mom.
Snipes.
Hey,
Mentioned earlier.
call
What's
it
his
for, call it for what you will, but the Monster Hunter movie she was in, I enjoyed the hell out of it.
Well, she was great.
I
in
haven't
Resident
I
Evil.
haven't
She
seen
was
it.
great
I haven't seen it in
Fifth
I haven't seen the
Element.
Monster Hunter movie.
She was great in Ultraviolet. That's not a good movie, but she was
Yeah.
awesome in it.
Sean
I mean, she was
Connery.
good in the Resident
Sean
Evil.
Connery,
She was good
right.
in Resident
Speaks
Evil.
for himself.
Definitely.
Speaks for himself. You don't need to really explain why Sean
Yep.
Connery's.
Mel Gibson.
The Rock,
Absolutely, bro.
Absolutely.
He should be
Look at
higher. He
Look at
should
it.
be
Oh,
way
absolutely.
Martin
fucking
Riggs,
higher.
I
Max
agree.
Rockatansky, William Wallace. He's known for a
Charlize
lot of
Theron.
characters. Charlize Theron.
I don't understand. See, she's been in some decent action movies. I don't consider her an action
Which-
star though.
I will say
No.
this: The Italian Job is a good movie.
But
It's
she's
more
not.
of a high.
She's not action. Yeah. She's
No,
She's
no,
more
I know. That's
dim
what I was going to
film.
say.
Yeah.
No,
Eon
I wouldn't
Flux.
put her as
Eon Flux
damsel
is her
though. No,
closest
she's a
one. Eon
competent
Flux
like
and
female type
Atomic
of character.
Blonde. You said
Yeah.
Atomic Blonde earlier.
Jet
Jet
Li.
Li,
There you
100%.
go. Another one.
Yeah, at least should
Again,
be higher.
another
At least should be
another
higher.
one who
Also higher on
speaks
the
for
list.
himself.
I don't know.
Another one is-
16 seems like a good, depending on who's coming forward.
Jason
They say-
Statham.
Love him. Love him.
He's
He's
great,
a great
yeah.
action star. French is action star.
Chow Yun Fat. That's actually another good
French
choice
did
as
it.
well. too.
Hard boiled. They
Damn
brought
right.
that up earlier. Hard boiled.
Which yes, I was going to say because Cole Hauser brought up Hard Boiled earlier. Hard Boiled
Such
is
a good damn movie.
solid
the
movie,
replacement
especially,
killers. The replacement killers.
Oh,
especially
yeah.
that hospital
And-
gunfight.
oh,
That is
Like,
Oh.
nuts.
Marvel, just because of Marvel, she's on here. I feel like it's like
No,
wow.
well, it's not just Marvel because there was also the one action movie she did called Colombiana, where
Oh,
basically,
Colombiana. I've seen that.
yeah,
Okay.
she's like a trained hitman and whatnot. So That one's kind of good as well too.
I
But
don't know. I don't know if I
again,
call it an action star though.
right, that's what I'm saying. I
Same thing
wouldn't
with
really
Nick
put her
Cage.
that.
Love Nick Cage. I don't
Nick
consider
Cage.
him an action star.
Well, he has done some action movies though.
Like Face Off and stuff. He is in action movies. I don't see him being an action star.
Right.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis should be
Bruce
higher.
Willis, much
Way
higher
higher.
on the list.
Way
Yes,
higher.
absolutely.
Will Smith. 10's a good spot for him. Say what you want.
I'd
Put-
say,
no,
yeah.
I would put 10 as a
I'd
good
say
spot.
11. He should be 11. He should be 11, not 10.
Yeah,
He
I'll
should
give
be
you that.
11.
Bruce Willis should be above him. I'll give you that. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're 100%. She should be in the top.
Sigourney,
10.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Fucking amazing actress.
He should be
for
top
action.
5.
Which
should
okay,
be top
now that we're
5.
bringing it up, I don't know if she's going to be on the list, but female action stars, Sigourney Weaver would be one of them. Linda Hamilton would be the other one as well too.
yeah.
If you want
In
to talk
one
about
movie,
female
here's the
action
thing,
stars,
though. I agree with you with Terminator 2, but I don't know if I'd do it for like anything else. I don't think of anything else of her as action star.
well, that's the one that managed to really kind of
Oh yeah,
put her
but
on
if you
that,
want to go
on
off
that
that,
spotlight,
yes,
you know what I mean?
Terminator 2.
That's
she's
what I'm just
fucking
saying. Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yes,
Jackie
Jackie Chan and
Jackie
number
Chan
8,
higher.
should be
Should be
higher.
higher.
much higher on the
He should
list,
be
I would say.
top 5. He should be top
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, Sylvester Stallone should.
Good old Sly.
Yeah,
Yep.
Sly, Arnold, and Bruce should
Hey,
be 1, 2, and 3. I'll be honest.
It
Mhm.
should be number 1 should be Stallone, 2 should be Schwarzenegger, 3 should be Willis. In my
Well,
opinion.
let's see who else it is.
Yeah. Number
Bruce
6, we
Lee,
got Bruce Lee.
100%. Yeah, he should be number 1. Honestly,
Should have been number
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keanu
Number
Reeves.
5,
good
Keanu
choice.
Reeves.
I have no problem him being 5.
That's a good
5
choice. It is.
Perfect spot. Perfect
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah. 4, Michelle Yeoh.
She should be in the top 10, but I don't see 4. I don't. see
Yeah, I
She
don't
should
Yeah.
see
She
this kind
should
of
be.
position.
She should be. You know what? Change it. Make her 11. She should be out top 10.
Okay.
I'd say it's
Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise,
at this point,
Within the top 5, I would
Yeah.
say. Actually,
mhm.
Keanu Reeves being at 5, and then you would put Tom Cruise at 4. That's what I think should
Yeah,
be
I
the list.
honestly would flip them.
Yeah.
I'd flip them.
Okay,
Schwarzenegger
good.
being 2.
Arnie.
Arnie at number
Arnie.
2. That fits.
So hang on.
perfectly as it
Who
is.
would you think would be number 1 then after seeing
Stallone.
this list? He was already
Stallone.
He was 7.
No. Who do we think it is? Like,
Who do
who's
you
it
think
going to be?
is? Stallone was 7.
Will I
so who
like?
would-
Will I like this pick?
That's the question. Scroll on down.
Let's see. Harrison
Harrison
Ford.
I consider that a
Yeah.
decent number
Yeah.
1. I don't
But
think
not
he
number
should be number
1.
1, but I think with Indiana
Top 5,
Jones,
absolutely.
with Indiana
Okay,
Jones, with Patriot Games, with stuff like that. If you don't want to go, if you don't look at it as straight action and more like political action, I
Political
think
thrillers and whatnot. Yeah.
and adventure. Yeah, I
All right.
think he should be in the top 3, top 5, but I don't think he should be number 1.
I think the
Dude,
2 films that
maybe
sell it for me
Stallone.
for this would be The Fugitive
Yes,
and
Yes.
God, what's the Yeah, Patriot Games as well. No, Air Force
Pat-
One, I would say.
Air Force One.
Force
Yeah,
One,
that's
yes.
a decent one.
So
yeah,
for me, it would probably be Fugitive and Air Force One. I think I can see it with Harrison Ford being there. Yeah.
Well, it'd be Indiana Jones. It had to be the Indiana Jones
Yeah,
movies.
no, but Indiana Jones is more of an adventure film, though. if anything.
Yeah, I'd say
You know,
this
yeah,
list does have its faults, but once
it's
it
not
gets
a
to
bad
top
list. This is not a
5,
bad
it's
list.
like okay, this isn't horrible.
It makes
I
sense why
think
you put them there, but at the same time, it's like
I figure this is where it would get to the point in the conversation of like, what
I do agree with this,
constant-
however. Van Damme should be way
Yes,
high. He should be
that
top
I would
10.
agree on. But like, what
Well, I mean,
constitutes what kind of film? Like, what's
and
action?
Fan-
What's
me and-
adventure? Then
me
what's
and
the
Fannin brought
fusion?
this up. Me and Fannin brought this up. Cynthia Rothrock is the queen of the '80s action movies when it comes to B movies, and she's not
Yeah.
on here. And it's like that. I feel like that's a sad thing to let off. Yeah, she only had like 5 movies, but at the same time, they were impactful in the '80s. Like, true, it didn't last to the '90s, 2000s and stuff.
And
But
she kicked.
She
She
could
fought
kick ass.
against some heavy. Yeah, she went up against major fucking stars and held her own. So yeah.
Oh, actually, funny enough, because you mentioned Cynthia
Thank you, Phil
Rothrock, right?
Alford.
Michelle Yeoh, her first film was mentioned there was Yes, Madam, and Cynthia Rothrock was also in this movie with Michelle Yeoh.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I figured I'd look up Cynthia Rothrock's name just to see what she's been in that I might have seen. That's when I see Yes, Madam, and it was like, oh yeah, Michelle Yeoh was that movie was mentioned with Michelle Yeoh in this
Nice.
list. So I'm probably
will
going to
say,
check this one out.
if-
Actually,
I would say if there's anyone on this list who you think should be on it and who should not be on it, who would you really
Yeah,
swap
comment,
out and
comment.
who
Who
would
you think should be? Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd still say if hands down, if you think of action, if you think action star is fucking Schwarzenegger. You know,
I
straight
think
up.
he's the
Him
most
being
Well,
iconic
number two
actor.
is,
well,
it
on
makes
the list,
sense. I
he
feel like
is where he's
Stallone
at.
should be number one. Him or Stallone
Yeah.
should be number one. But him
Yeah.
being number two is the perfect spot for him.
I think
One or
this is
two.
absolutely deserved, and
I
it's
think it
like
should be
and all that.
Stallone number one. Look how many movies Stallone did the
Rocky,
80s. Nothing but
Rambo,
action.
yeah. I kind of agree with
Yeah, I
Fang
mean,
there. And Will should be number
yeah,
three.
but
I
like
still say
again,
like Planet Hollywood, baby. Planet Hollywood.
I'd
Stallone.
say it's
champion. It should be Stallone, Schwarzenegger, and Willis. Top
Yes.
three.
I'm saying like between like it's hard to tell between Stallone and Arnold and because like they are so good and like and all that, and they had this like perfect rivalry. No,
We're not talking about Steven Seagal. Like, here's the thing. I'll say this. I'll say this one good thing. I'll say one good thing
Love
about Steven
Steven
Seagal.
Seagal.
When it comes to gritty martial arts movies, above the law, not above the law. Shit, what was it called? I gotta look it up. He had three really good movies there where he was he was just trying to be a cop, trying to take on. And
I'll say this. I will say this. I liked Under Siege, and I liked Under Siege 2.
Under
Dark
Siege is
Territory.
not. No.
No, I know it. No, I know it's not.
It is a
Tommy Lee Jones movie.
Because Steven Seagal is in it for about 25 minutes and nobody realizes that.
Oh,
It's a Tommy Lee Jones, Gary Busey movie. Is what it is.
Fucking Gary Busey in it too was great. Yeah,
side characters in Under Siege is what makes those movies.
Marked for Death is the other one.
Marked for Death.
Cop,
Steven
Marked for
Seagal.
Death. Okay.
God, there's like two more. Marked for Death,
bro.
And you know what? I'll even give a little shout out for his appearance in Machete. I believe it's Machete, yeah, where he's fighting Danny Trejo.
Yeah,
manages to like
it's Machete Kills. It's the second one.
No, it's Machete.
Is it the first one?
Yeah, it's the first one.
Oh.
But in Machete, he's fighting Danny Trejo. Danny Trejo gets the upper hand. Dude just refuses to die, but he's just like, I'll just wait for you in hell anyways, and just commits seppuku.
Okay, it's hard to kill, Mark for Death, and Out for Justice.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember Hard to Kill.
Mark for Death is where he fights the twins. It's I hope they're not triplets.
Wait a minute. Hard to Kill is can't be Hard to Kill is Van Damme. Hard to Kill is Van Damme.
I'm looking right at it, dude. Here, I'll show it to you.
What's the one where Van Damme is supposed to be in New Orleans, and they're hunting him? Is that Hard Target?
That's Hard Target.
It's Hard Target.
Yeah.
Never mind.
But it's
like Van Damme should be higher on this list than where he's at.
Should be on this list. This should be like the very last one, though.
I'd say but I'd say he's more of an action hero than Charlize Theron.
I don't want. Okay, fine. Yeah, in that case, obviously, I don't want to give the credit to Seagal just because
he's a douchebag.
He's
a genuine grade A douchebag, and like all that Aikido stuff that he constantly pushes. Like, let me say this. Let me say this.
He's a
when I was growing up,
Drinker made a good video on it.
When I grew, yes, exactly. When I grew up, I wanted to learn about Aikido so much just because it's like, oh, it's a great martial art where you're not hurting your opponent, but it's bullshit. It's all bullshit. Okay. And Seagal may have been cool in these movies, but he's bullshit, man.
Ronan, you can agree with me. Steven Seagal is a glorified stuntman. That's all he is. Is a glorified.
I wouldn't even say glorified stuntman. Like he's an extra who has the ego of a main star.
Stallone, Seagal was every fucking where.
I know.
Just about every fucking movie. And what done him in? What done him in is when people start looking into his background. He was supposed to be CIA. He worked for the government. Come to find out that was all fucking bullshit. It was bullshit.
Yep.
He lied.
It was grade A bullshit. It was great.
He lied about everything.
Oh God, I forgot about Executive Decision as well. Yeah,
he
was in there for like 5 minutes before
He's only in there like 2 or 3 minutes.
Yep,
I loved it. That made me love that movie. I was like, God, is this? I watched it for Kurt Russell, and that just made me so fucking happy.
Yep.
He died a bitch way, and it's fucking perfect for him. I hate Steven Seagal. He's a bitch.
I don't blame him.
I got one question before we go into the list of movies. So we're talking about action stars.
I got you, Comics Dad.
And I want to ask you about action directors. Like, is Michael Bay the epitome of action movie directors because of how
He's
much the stories are shit? Let's be honest, but his action scenes are
Ooh.
phenomenal.
I
for
wouldn't go
me,
that low.
Damn, that low?
Damn.
I would not go that low.
Damn.
I'm gonna meme you into oblivion after a while. Trust me.
Okay, go ahead, Phantom. What were you saying?
Don't take me wrong. Michael Bay has had some really good, decent movies, but it's gotten to the point where it's more explosion porn heavy. You know, it's like he look at Bad Boys. Bad Boys 1. Probably the tamest of his fucking movies. There's action, not as many explosions as you got in the second one, and then in Transformers. Literally, he's known as the god of he's the director of explosions. You know, they literally know that if they give a budget to Michael Bay, it's going to balloon. Why? Because of action, explosions, and green screen.
Hi, Queen.
Hi, Queen.
Hey, Queen. Okay, let me
Agree,
ask this. Let me ask.
Don't you get a little bit? I'm not trying. Don't. Okay, it's gonna sound weird. Don't you get a little bit hard when you see just like boom, yeah, like Transformer movies suck.
I fucking knew it. As soon as he was like,
Transformer
"This gonna sound
suck.
weird."
Transformer movies suck, but damn, those action scenes just
if it fits the movie, if it fits the movie like the explosions, like Transformers, we know there's gonna be laser fire and explosions and rockets. We know that's gonna happen.
You heard what I
But
said.
like
Queen.
in Bad Boys 2, Bad Boys 2, we wouldn't expected them to literally go into Havana and go down the side of a mountain with fucking houses and rip through that shit.
That's what I was talking about earlier. Is that Michael Bay too? You're talking about two cops, just like they're not special forces. They don't have experience with like the CIA or anything. They're literally just glorified SWAT team members. Like the team in it is called the
When Are You Not Mad?
Narcotics Team, TNT, whatever. That's all that they are. That's all they are. It's just glorified SWAT members. And then what happens in the third act of the film? The fucking police chief gets them. The police chief gets them like help from the CIA, gets them help from Delta Force and everything. They're getting the Coast Guard to go.
They literally get to Guantanamo Bay without getting killed. They're literally on.
Yes,
and they know where the fucking mines are. They know where the mines are.
They're staging a crazy ass Bay of Pigs style invasion on a Cuban drug lord just to save the sister. Holy crap, dude! But like yes, this is one of the things about Michael Bay is
Point Break or Bad Boys 2.
Well, I mean, which one do you want to watch? No, I mean, which one do you want to watch first? You are pulling my leg. Which another good action movie, Hot Fuzz. You know, just real quick shout out.
I never said I was sick. Phantom was the one who said it.
Deconstructs a lot of the.
You said you wasn't feeling good. Do I need to bring the DMs up?
Bro, I said I wasn't feeling up to it.
Okay.
All right.
Deconstructs
a lot of the buddy cop tropes, but then also plays with it again just to have fun. But anyways, yeah.
But they're enjoyable.
Yes, exactly. That's what I mean. And Bad Boys and like Transformers, say what you will about Michael Bay when it comes to the glorification of explosions. He's probably jerking it every time they actually set off the pyrotechnics or something. Exactly. But he does a good job with a lot of that stuff. And look,
that's the only blast he gets.
Look, I know Cole Hauser's in the chat. I know how he feels about the live action Bayformers. Believe me, I've heard him just destroy it. I can't help but still like him. The second one, I don't care all that much about it, especially the way they did Devastator. The third one, however, Dark of the Moon, the Chicago siege. When that scene happens, I'm fucking laser focused. Decepticons running around, slaughtering humans in mass. It's wild. Like you're looking at you're basically looking at like Kabul or something during the 2003 Iraq invasion. It was wild. I had to say it at least once. I'm sorry, Cole. I had to say it at least once. I enjoyed the first one. It's good. The third one has its problems. That third act
lost me when
is fantastic.
Everything just being a woman.
Yes, that's the same part where it lost me. All the other films with like Marky Mark and whatnot, they're pretty trash. I don't really care about them at all. But that first and third one, I kind of enjoyed them.
The last night is good. I did enjoy the last night.
They've
I
got
did
they've
enjoy
got
it.
decent.
That was
They've
good.
got
Is that
decent
is
things.
that the one with where he goes to?
That's the one with
Nemesis?
It's the one with
Anthony
the-
Hopkins.
With Anthony Hopkins, he goes back to
Yeah.
Cybertron, and then
Yeah,
you
where
got,
the Transformers like old man.
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
right.
But the thing is
like
that they redeemed it in Rise of the Beast because Bay was not attached to it, and they actually redeemed the movie in Rise of the Beast.
I
Okay,
don't know. I
just
kinda got a
know
soft
this, Cole
spot
Hauser.
for,
It wasn't me
Yoda,
that said that.
for,
It was Phantom that said that.
Bumblebee. I had
He
a
doesn't
soft
like
spot
Rise
for
of the Beast at
Bumblebee.
all. Matter of fact, he despises Beast Wars.
I have not
So-
seen.
Oh, I
have
like Beast
not-
Wars.
I hate Beast Wars.
Oh,
But I
fuck all
fucking
y'all.
love
Beast
seeing
Wars
Optimus
wasn't bad.
fucking Primal.
Wait.
I
I
I
don't
have not
like Beast
seen.
Wars.
I have
look,
not
I
seen Rise of the
haven't
Beast.
seen
I
Beast
have
Wars,
not
so I
seen-
can't say anything.
Anyway,
yet.
this not Transformers.
But
It's
yes.
not Transformers.
Right.
We're derailing a little bit.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
because we were
but,
talking about
but
Michael Bay. That's
Michael
why.
Bay. You had James Cameron with Terminator 2. I mean, there was a lot of great
Yes.
directors. But we go into the movies themselves. Go ahead, AP, bring up the list. We're gonna start it. It's 101 list on the list, but we're gonna start at 30 just so we don't have to be here another
Yeah.
hour.
Mhm.
But the Killers.
Well, that's your
such a-
opinion. That's your opinion, Colt. That's your opinion.
Oh, another action director that's awesome, John Woo. Also
John
a good
Woo.
action
Yeah.
director.
He was. Didn't he do
Because-
Bad Boys? He did Bad Boys 3, didn't he? Or no?
No, he did. He did
no.
Mission Impossible 2. He did.
Yes.
Oh, Mission Impossible
Did
2.
Mission
Okay.
Impossible 2. He did Face Off.
Gets a lot of hate, but I think I love it, man. I love the second
No,
one.
I love
I
the
enjoy it
second
too.
one.
I really like the second one. as
Also,
well.
if you
Yeah.
haven't, go check out Comics Nine, Comics Queen's wife.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
check
channel.
them out as well too. But
Queenie,
John
you are
Woo's
odd.
action
Drop your
films
link
are
in the
great
chat.
as well. Like he does a really good job with a lot of the
Hit
action
the button,
stuff.
Atomic. Scroll.
Oh man, Lethal Weapon, of course.
Weapon.
Yeah, Richard Donner. I
Yep.
don't know if I'd put him as like an action film
That's what I said.
director.
Joe Silver and him. He directed and produced.
Yes, that's actually Joel Silver.
What
would
a
be the name for it.
description of a
Richard
movie.
Donner directed and produced. Joe Silver's-
What a description of how to describe how bad a movie is.
But go ahead, AP. Go ahead. Scroll the button. What else we have?
Bottom
Project A, of course. Yes.
Yeah.
Jackie Chan.
There's a lot of
You know-
Jackie Chan on this list, so that
Well,
makes
I
Oh,
mean, it makes
absolutely.
sense because Jackie Chan, does a lot of great action films. We already talked about him 2 weeks ago.
yeah.
but
That's the only
we can
reason we
just
didn't bring
quickly
him
go
up.
over
Like,
it again. Yeah.
If you want to know about Jackie Chan, what do you think about Jackie Chan? Go check out 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go check out our
Another
Matinee
Jackie
with
Chan
Tony
movie.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
Same
This
thing.
is fucking phenomenal, dude.
Of course.
Oh,
Go on,
absolutely.
keep scrolling. And we also got Top Gun Maverick. That's a good one as well too.
Mm-hmm. Should
You
be in
know,
the top
nice,
30. I
a
don't
really
have
good
problem with that.
sequel
Mhm.
for Top Gun.
One of the
Which
only
is rare.
sequels that I think it actually deserved itself, or
Yeah.
was earned
Well-
in the 30-year gap.
Right.
We also gotta
Legacy sequel,
remember-
basically, yeah.
We also got to remember it's not the original director from Top Gun because he committed
Yeah.
suicide a couple years before this movie came out.
Wow, way to bring it down, Phantom.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, thanks, Phantom.
Well, I mean, it's true. I mean, it's
I
true.
get it. I get it, though.
Ah,
He-
Heat,
I-
another great one.
I'm sorry. This is one of my overrated ones. Like it just, God, dude, it's so long it bored
It
me
is.
after a while.
It is overrated. It
Like,
is.
I
Good
get why people
movie.
love it. I get why people love it, but it's just, God, it's too damn long.
Look, the
Yeah.
movie always gets my respect because of the fact they literally were using
God.
squibs during the LA shootout, like
Oh,
using
okay.
live firearms and squibs.
Queen, I'm gonna be there just
You
to
don't
Target
see
Comics Dad.
movies do it all that often, especially because of cases like what happened with Brandon Lee. God rest his soul when he died on the Crow set.
Yeah.
But the fact that you see rarely, a lot of these action films use actual weapons. I
Wait,
wish
are they
that would
making a
do it more
sequel?
often.
They're-
I've
they've
I've
been talking
heard
about it.
they're
They've been talking
making a
about it.
sequel. Yeah,
I don't
hope
think- I
they
don't know
don't
if
do
it-
it.
I don't think they're going to now that Val Kilmer passed away, but I think they were planning on it.
Okay, I hope not.
Keep
keep
scrolling.
scrolling.
I'm not seeing Shaolin, so unless you've seen it,
Me neither.
I've seen it. It's
Once
a
Upon a
decent
Time-
movie.
okay,
Once Upon a Time in the West.
was a good movie. I don't know if I'd call it the top 30, but it's definitely
Yeah,
a damn good movie.
Sergio
No.
Leone is more of a Western director than I would say
Mhm.
action, but yes, there's
Agreed,
action
agreed.
elements in Western films. That much is a
Well,
guarantee.
like I said, the good, the bad, and the ugly for me. Yeah,
Right.
The Matrix.
Next one, Matrix, of course. I
Yeah,
would actually
Matrix
put
is
this
good.
That
one
should be
somewhere in
higher.
the top 10.
I'd say, yeah,
I
I'd
don't
say
know if I put it
higher.
top 10. I'm not Phantom. I put it at 11. It'd be right at the top of the.
Yeah.
Well, that's still fair though.
It should be higher. Yes. 100%.
Again, Hugo Weaving, talented.
I'll fucking love you.
Absolutely. RoboCop. Oh my
RoboCop
god.
should be higher.
RoboCop should
Another-
be higher.
absolutely.
Another
Definitely
director for
higher.
action. With like
The-
you
the
wouldn't think that he's
epitome of 80s action movies.
You know
You
what?
wouldn't think
Can't
so
be.
much that
I'd
it's
say
action,
top 5. I say
Paul
top
Verhoeven
5.
is
Wow.
definitely
I'm
an
not
action
saying.
director,
I'm not
I would say,
saying.
because of movies like RoboCop, Starship Troopers. The interesting thing too is that a lot of these films not
I'd
just
buy
are
that
not
for
just
$1.
action
Yeah.
oriented, but like he adds a little bit of satire
this.
in it as well
Look
too.
at this. I'm not
Oh.
surprised.
Queenie,
Oh wow.
We got to do a watch along. We got to do movie night one of these days. All right, keep
only
going.
the first one though. Only the first
Queen,
one.
Yeah,
Queen, you're
the
getting
first
you're
one's
getting
good
to be
enough.
as bad as Isaac when it comes to pop culture knowledge.
Okay, keep scrolling.
First Blood.
First
First
Blood,
Blood.
of course.
That
Yes.
should be
The
higher.
first one.
That
No.
should be higher.
No,
First Blood.
actually-
I think it's a good spot for First Blood. I think Rambo
Yes.
2 needs to be higher if it's on there.
Yeah, that I
Oh,
agree on
yeah.
because the
First
first
Blood
one
Part
is
2.
less of an action film, more thriller, I would say.
And well, more about his life. I mean, it's a great movie.
I
though.
think
It's-
two
yeah.
and 3 should be higher than 20.
I don't know
It
about
should be
3.
higher than 20.
I'll give you 2. I don't know about
I love
3.
3.
Once
I
Upon a
love
Time in
fucking 3.
China.
That's my
too.
first. That's one of my first Jet Li movies to see. That was really damn good.
Okay. Haven't seen
I
this
think
one
it's a
yet.
good
Okay.
spot. I think it's.
I haven't seen this one. Yeah.
It's
Going.
It's a
really
good one.
good for action.
Speed. There we go.
Yeah.
Like I
That
said
should
before.
be
His
higher.
first
higher.
movie, his first
That
action
Speed
should
movie.
should be high.
higher.
You know what?
It
I would
should
put
be.
it actually just underneath the Matrix. If we're putting the Matrix at 11, I'd put it at
10.
12. If
Oh,
anything.
12. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Bourne Ultimatum.
I'm not a
haven't-
fan of the Bourne movies, man. I'm sorry.
I
They
think
just-
that
only
that
seen
shouldn't
one
be
of
in the
them.
top 10. That should be in the
I've
top
only,
20.
I've seen the Bourne Identity, but I haven't seen the other ones. Maybe
I've seen all
Jason
3 and
Bourne, but
I just couldn't.
I think I've only seen Identity as well. I
I've seen
don't
all
remember
3.
the other.
They're-
Well, it's
oh,
Ultimatum and Supremacy is the other
Yeah,
two.
Yeah,
Supremacy is
okay,
the other one.
Matt-
Trilogy.
Now Matt Damon is a good actor, but in those movies he
That should be
played like a
higher.
fucking wooden board.
Is that what it is?
Predator-
There's something about those movies I
Yeah.
just don't like.
Predator needs to be
should be
higher on
higher.
the list.
Predator
It
should
has
be
to be
higher.
in
It,
the top
it
10
should be
list,
top
yes.
5. It should be
Oh,
top
it has
5.
to be.
This is a
Yeah.
perfect
Mhm.
fusion of action and horror. Perfect.
Oh,
fusion
yeah.
of it.
It's
Exactly.
The only
Sci-fi.
other one,
Yeah.
only other one that compares to it would be Aliens. Other
Yep.
perfect
Yeah.
fusion of action and
Yep.
horror, I would say.
Yep.
Total Recall to a point, but yeah.
Well,
The
original Total
the thing
Recall,
is
not
that
the
it's
new
got
one.
Horror.
Predator
I'm
should be
talking
above
about.
Umbach, but Umbach is a great fucking action movie.
I've heard good
Yeah.
I
things
think it's in a
about
good
Umbach.
spot.
I haven't
Dude,
seen
it's
it
so
yet.
much
I have-
fun. It's so much
I
fun.
good
have,
spot.
I have not seen this one, so
I gotta put
This
this
is one
one
y'all
on the
need
list.
to check out. One y'all need to check out. Don't watch the second one's okay, but the first one's just phenomenal.
Okay, let's keep going.
way
Original
higher.
Terminator needs to be higher on the list.
Terminator 2 's higher, I'm
Terminator
okay
should be
with it.
2.
If Terminator 2 is
Terminator
higher,
2
I'm
Yeah,
okay with it.
yeah. You know what?
Dude.
Terminator 2 probably.
I have to say
No, I'm saying
Terminator
this should be
2
top
needs to
10. This
number
should be
2.
top 10.
No,
least.
no.
Yeah.
It's
Alright,
more
keep-
horror than
Not Terminator
action.
1.
Right. Yes,
Not
that's what I'm
Terminator-
thinking.
Terminator
First
1
one is more thriller or horror than it is
Yeah.
action.
Yeah.
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 Okay, keep
Yeah.
going.
Why
Oh
am I
my
not
God,
surprised?
Oh my
Queenie.
God,
Fuck
Queen,
you.
come on. Face Off needs to be
Face Off.
higher on the
Face
list.
Off should
I'm
be.
gonna be honest.
Face
It-
Off would be my damn top 3, man.
I
Face
think
Off is so
for
much
me,
fucking fun.
Can't you?
John Woo,
Okay,
baby.
Face Off should
Yes.
be 6. Face Off should be at number
it
6.
would be
I'd
in my
put
top
Face Off
3.
at number 5. Like
I
just
would put
Nicolas
number 1 for me.
Cage.
Look,
Nicolas
look,
Cage
Number
in that
one.
nun outfit, grabbing the one choir girl's ass. Just
There's
it's
Atomic.
fucking great, dude.
Look, we got
Kill
Atomic.
Bill?
Look,
Oh,
look,
man.
look.
Kill
Look
Bill
at the
needs to be
thumbnail
in
if you want to know why I said that.
Kill Bill needs to be top 10. One of the
I don't
like
know.
the best
I-
Tarantino
here's
action
the thing,
films
Here's
I've
the
ever
thing. Here's
seen.
the thing. Kill Bill. If I watch the new, I've not watched the where they combine them. The
The
second Kill
culmination
Bill
of it,
was
like-
so fucking boring to me compared to the first one being phenomenal.
Mhm.
So if I
Mm,
get a better connection of it with the split whenever I get to see it, I'll give you an answer then. But
okay.
I just don't think it should be top 10.
Mad Max 2,
Road Warrior. See, Phantom, that's what I was talking about. 11.
It
I
should
think
be
that's a good
higher.
spot for that.
It should be higher.
I
It
can
should
see
be a little
it
bit
maybe
higher.
be an 8. I can see
I
it being
see-
an
I
8.
see-
I'd
it
put
should
it.
be
I'd put it
9.
as 8. I'd probably
I'd put
it
it
as
8 or
8.
9.
I think
8 or
11's a
9.
decent spot for it though.
Yeah.
Because think about all the action movies we've gotten.
Raiders of the Lost.
More adventure than
higher.
action.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I
Yeah.
mean. Is like, how do we constitute
Wow, that
what's
was
action and
81.
what's
I was born the year
adventure?
this
You know
movie
what I
came
mean?
out. Jesus Christ.
But I get it.
Yeah, it's more action adventure.
Again,
That
way-
should be top
Needs
3.
to
I don't
be in the
understand
top
that.
3. But
That's-
yes,
honestly,
Terminator
I
2
think that
Judgment
should be number
Day,
1.
one of the peak action films I would
I
say
think that should be number 1.
all time. Hard Boiled also
Hard-boiled,
needs to be
great. That's
higher
a
on
good
the
spot.
list.
I
That
like
should be
that. I
higher.
like that spot.
That
I
should
don't
be
think it should be
higher.
higher
Hard-boiled
than.
is a
I
really
don't think it
good
should be
action
higher than
film,
Judgment
though.
Day. It
Yeah,
should not be higher than Judgment Day.
No,
John
it's
Woo
not.
taking all that like Hong Kong style of filmmaking, mixing it with Western action in it. It's phenomenal, bro. Amazing stuff.
This
Mad
should
Max
not be.
Oh
Fury
my
Road.
god, yeah. Fuck you, list. Fuck
I'd-
you, list. That's just ruined the list.
I'd put it lower on the list.
Yeah.
Maybe
This should
top
not be-
20.
I put it at like
Maybe top 20
40.
because it is good.
No, I'd put it 40. I mean, it's just no.
But Enter the
Aaron
Dragon,
Dragon
number
6. I can give that. I can get behind that.
I think that's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, it's actually a fair one. Oh God,
Police
how did
Story.
I
kinda like it being
almost
5. I
forget
like it being
Police
5.
Story, bro? Okay, for me, in my top 3, Police Story. This one is such a good action film, dude.
I agree. I kind of like it being 5. I kind of like it
At
being
5 for this list, okay, it's good.
Mhm.
I do enjoy it, but it's such a good film. The Wild
Wild
Bunch.
Ah,
Interesting. Okay.
Yes. No.
I have not seen
It's
it.
really good for the years it was brought out. Phantom. You don't agree? I feel like it's a
I-
decent one. I don't think it should
It's
be
a
in the
good
top
one, but
10,
it's more action adventure than
though.
anything.
True.
I'm
I'll-
trying to
yeah, that's
remember. I
true,
think
that's
there's
true.
another Western film that had a huge gunfight where they used a bunch of squibs as well too. I
Oh.
can't remember which one it was. I don't know if it was the
Django
Wild Bunch or
Unchained?
Gunfight. Okay, Corral.
I have
Seven
to-
Samurai.
I have to say,
Seven
Yeah,
Samurais are
but-
good. It's
and
over
I'm not-
though.
it's overrated. It's
I love
overrated.
the movies that came from Seven Samurai.
Mm.
I'll say that more. I love.
It's
the
a
movies
great
that came
movie,
from it.
but in my opinion, it's overrated. It's
Okay,
overrated.
well,
It's a good movie.
do you
but it's
prefer the
overrated.
Magnificent Seven to
Ooh.
that one?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll say this for me. I kind of prefer the remake of the Magnificent Seven, but I would still always
Yeah.
watch Seven Samurai. That's
The
kind
one
of
with
where
Denzel
I'm
Washington,
where I am on the
Chris
list.
Pratt,
Aliens
and-
good too.
Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt, Ethan Hawke,
Ethan Hawke. That's
a couple other actors in there.
yeah.
Oh, God, what's his name?
Vincent
that's it.
D'Onofrio, right?
Yes, Vincent D'Onofrio. I almost said Ted Levine, but it's Vincent D'Onofrio. Yeah,
And Aliens being 2, I kind of okay with that, but at the same time, I think it should be higher.
I like Aliens being on the list. at
Aliens.
number
It
2.
should-
I think
Aliens
that's
should
top
be number
4 for
one.
me.
I think it should be 4. No.
So,
Die Hard.
Oh, I
Okay,
agree. I agree.
oh,
I'm
okay.
sold.
This
You know
is
what?
one-
Terminator 2 should be
Sold.
2.
The list redeemed
Die Hard.
itself because yes,
The
Die Hard,
best
Yes.
Christmas movie ever.
best Christmas action movie
Absolutely.
of all time. And you can
We're gonna piss
fucking
off some
take
people in
that to the
chat, but
bank.
it is the best Christmas movie,
It is the best Christmas movie ever made.
dude.
I still
and
say
it-
it's
behind
the
Ernest-
best
behind
Christmas
Ernest
movie
Staples.
than the
I will
first
say
one.
that this list has so many faults, but like this is a good spot for this
This
movie.
is a good. Yeah, it ended.
You
well.
know what?
Like
I-
Ronan
you
and,
know, we'll
and
put this
Leon's
to everybody.
relationship.
Do you would you guys love to watch us take a list like this and break it down and fix it with our opinions instead of like
yeah,
what DZD
yeah.
do?
Would you like us to make a list of certain movies and give what we would change and what we'd do to it? Give us a
Yeah.
reaction in the chat. And with that, we're going to go to our last question. And this is just a fun question. I always throw one at the end. So, if you could only have one action movie to watch for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? What would be your one action movie that you just be like, this is the only one you ever get to see again, but I'm okay with that? If y'all want to think about it, I'll go ahead and go into mine. Terminator 2. Terminator 2 from beginning to end just keeps you encapsulated and keeps you like wanting more. It's a great movie. Linda Hamilton's great in it. Edward Furlong's great in it. Arnold, of course, is great in it. The side characters, Miles Dyson, the guy that plays Miles Dyson, does a great job. And Robert Patrick as T-1000 just killed it. Like I could sit there and watch that movie anytime, anywhere.
Oh man,
Mine would have
This
to
is
be
not
Dread.
easy.
Mine had to be Dread.
The Call Urban
Hands
Dread.
down, Dread. Yeah, the Carl Urban's Dread.
Yeah,
love that
Dredd is
fucking
Carl
movie.
Urban. Judge Dredd is Sylvester
Yeah.
Stallone.
Yeah. Dread.
I-
It's gonna be
you know,
Dread for me.
You
You
feel
know
like you can
what?
watch
This
that
isn't-
anytime,
this-
anywhere. It would always be your one to go to.
This isn't
Mm.
strictly action movie, so I don't know if it counts. But The Princess Bride, it's a movie. It's got everything.
I don't include that. I don't. I agree.
Okay,
with you.
if,
It's my
if
favorite
it's not,
movie
if
of all
it's not
time.
included, if it's not included, then I'm.
It's a fantasy. It's
my
a
favorite
romantic
movie of all
it's-
time.
it's
Trust me, I know.
romantic
I agree. I
fantasy.
love The Princess Bride.
It's a romantic fantasy, dude.
No,
I
You can't
would-
count
It's
it as
not.
action
It's not.
movie.
The Princess Bride is an action drama comedy,
Yeah.
love story.
Right.
It's all the genres. It even says it in it when he's talking about the book.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's all
Oh,
genres.
man.
I would call that an all genre movie.
I would
You know
honestly
what?
say I would say either what Phantom said, Dread, or fucking I can't really think of much others. That
I
would- could be-
remember I remember in the green room I said the Raid Redemption because the choreography in that one
That's
is
fair.
wild. It's
Here's
insane.
my
I
thing
love
with
it.
that.
But
Before you change it,
Okay.
before you change it, the Raid. The reason I wouldn't pick the Raid is simple because Jesus Christ, you were tired after watching that movie. At least
That's
Terminator
just
gives
not
you
hold
some
that's
back.
exactly what
between-
I
you were
mean.
just-
It's like you watch it and it's intense as hell. Doesn't matter what
and you're just
like what state of mind you are.
Jesus.
When it's over, oh, thank God. And if I want to get the heart pumping again, all right, let's put on the Raid. Here we go, baby. But I think for me, Starship Troopers. Now that I think
Ooh.
about it,
You
I
know
think I would
what?
go with
That's a
Starship
good
Troopers.
one.
Yes,
That's a
good
good
action sci-fi
satire.
movie with a little bit of satire, even though the satire falls completely flat, and audience nowadays just more or less agree with the quote unquote propaganda in it.
Yeah.
I think it's a great movie that I would watch over
You
and
want
over.
to live
yeah.
forever? Let's go.
I'd say like those are all good ones, man.
Star Troopers is a great pick. So
Yes.
Ebola, Atomic.
Don't put that
you
evil on me.
You don't have another pick. I mean, we can give you a second here. Like I agree. Like it's hard to pick, but it's like
It is a tough
even
one.
from that list. Can you think of one from that list you would just fucking watch again and again? Like I would honestly.
Last Action Hero.
Hardboiled. Last Action Hero. Okay.
Last
Okay.
Action Hero is the
that-
one.
That's a more
is-
comedy action, but I can give you that one.
But
Yes.
yeah, but it's kind of a play on the like kind of absurdity of some action movies.
It's parody
And it's-
action. It's a good
but
blend
it's-
of action and parody. Yeah.
But it's still a good movie, and I
I
remember
agree.
watching
I could watch
it.
The
Right.
dude that played the bad guy in it with the orange, I forget his
Oh,
name.
yeah.
but he's fucking great.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
yes.
dude.
Yeah, so that's great. That's okay. So there we go, folks. Phantom, do your thing.
All right, thank you everybody for tuning in. So Tuesday night we're going to be playing with Queenie. We'll probably be streaming it here too because you guys know next Saturday night we're going to be doing anime with the homies. But keep an eye out. We might do a secondary stream on the Sunday, but we're not going to do matinees next Sunday because it is Easter. I don't know. I think we have a guest Thursday night, but don't know who it is. Also, don't forget April 16th. Mark this on your calendars because our special guest
were
for this
claimed.
podcast is
My
going
brother.
to be MCU fan.
Good old
MCU fan is-
Simpy.
Simpy,
Simpy's
my
gonna
brother,
be
you know,
on.
MCU fan and MKPU fan. That's where that came from.
And yes, Queenie, we know. Also, we're gonna be working on. Keep an eye out. We're gonna be working on our overall opinion and review of Starfleet Academy. That's gonna be coming out here in the next couple of days.
Uh-oh.
Just keep an eye out for it because
also-
we're gonna be angry
yeah.
during it. I guarantee you.
Yeah. And I think that's pretty much it. All our links are in the description down below. Go check out our merch because we're
Buy the
working on a
merch.
couple of we're working on yeah, there's one of our new t-shirts.
Buy the merch.
I can't do this anymore. I can't do this. It's
And,
Nerdrotic merch.
Our Discord's in there, all our socials are down there. So thank you guys for tuning in. And we'll see you guys Thursday. Well, we'll see you guys Tuesday night with a mini game, mini
Queenie
season of
Comics
gaming
and
with the
Comics
homies.
Dad, CD's Nuts.
Yeah,
Arcade.
so we'll see you guys Tuesday, and till later, don't be gay, camp you.
Don't be gay, Phantom.